Shalom. We out here another week through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, and Qadash. Yahawah, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahawashi is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. There's no God beside him. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GreatMillStone, being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit. Salutations to the elect, the Lord have given ears to hear. Alright, we come out in the spirit of Apostle John. Alright, as we are making straight, like you grab that, I think it's in Matthew 3. It's speaking on how it speaks about how John paved the way for Yahawashi. You know, that's what we're doing spiritually. By constantly going into the scriptures. Alright, going into Yahawashi, the life of Yahawashi, going into prophecy. Alright, because the spirit of Yahawashi, we can grab that Revelation 19 and 10.
John 1 and 23.
You got it?
Yeah. John 1:23.
Okay. Read it?
Yeah.
Qadash, John chapter 1 and verse 23. It says, he said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah. And they which were sent were of the Pharisees, and they asked him and said unto him, why baptize thou then, if thou be not the anointed, nor Elias, neither that prophet? John answered them and said,
right, real quick, go back to 23 where it says make straight the way.
It says, he said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Make straight the way of the Lord. As
right, and that word make straight, meaning to make straight, level, plain, to lead or guide straight, to keep straight or direct. Right? So that's what we're doing to the sheep. We're guiding them to Yahawashi. Alright? We're showing them, as even the Lord told Habakkuk, alright? Grab that up, Habakkuk 3. We can plane upon tables. Alright? Because again, we're going to that word make straight, right? This is to make straight, level, plain. Alright? Then when you go into the prophets before Yahawashi, they were essentially making straight the way of Yahawashi. Constantly prophesying in their teachings. Alright? The days of Yahawashi, the days after Yahawashi, which really all represents Yahawashi. Isaiah 54, various precepts. Was that Psalm 69? Various precepts going into Yahawashi, man.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. And Yahawah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth.
Right? So another prophet who the Lord spiritually said to make the vision plain. Alright? Prophets will go out there and pretty much roll out the red carpet for Yahawashi. Alright? Countless times, hell, you know what I'm saying? You can get a count of how many times brothers over here at GreatMillStone bring out the name Yahawashi, Yahawashi. That's an important thing to know. You know? Finish off on that, then you grab yours up.
Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right? You know for sure we at the end, because of look what's happening in the world. You got on one spectrum, digital IDs making its way into these different societies around the world. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have different countries, companies like the brother said, how many companies now?
it's a lot. I think it's over 50.
Right? So you got multitudes of companies racing to put a chip in a paraplegic's head. So on both ends of the spectrum, all right. Read that one more time. That last part.
Habakkuk 2 and 3. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right? Go to that word speaks. We like to get two words over here as well. Right? This is Habakkuk. Is that verse 4? That's your that was verse 3. It says, that word speak is to breathe, to blow, to cause to exhale or breathe. Right? To puff, snort, excite, inflame, to breathe out. Alright? So the voice of Yahawashi is speaking, you know, as we know that the spirit Yahawashi speaks through these prophecies. You got something?
Well, that was because he was kind of getting into Yahawashi, because at the end of the day, Yahawashi is the way, man. And I would say it starts with Yahawashi, right? You know, we're out here to what's it? Dang, I'm just gonna get it real quick. This is John chapter 10, and in verse 1. Verily I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door in the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth into by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. And here it is again. We're out here to do the Lord's work, man. You know, hey, what did Yahawashi tell Peter? Thou lovest me, feed my sheep. And that's why we're out here. Through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, week in and week out, you know, prophesying the downfall of this place and waking up our people. So we are coming through the door. The door is Yahawashi. Yahawashi is the one that laid out this foundation, you know. So best believe we're going to go continue this and the way he sees fit, man. We're not looking anywhere else. We're following off the ways of Yahawashi. Okay, that's it.
So, John chapter 3. Read this. John chapter 3, verse 30. It says, start at verse 27. It's a lot. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. He himself bare me witness that I said I am not the anointed, but that I am sent before him. He that hath the bride is the bridegroom. The friend of the bridegroom which standeth and heareth him, rejoiceth greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. This my joy therefore is fulfilled. He must increase, but I must decrease. Right? And that's what it is, man. We're not out here to fulfill our own wills. We're not out here to give props to ourselves. You know, you have a lot of guys who say, oh, you know, this person tore up Times Square, that person tore up this. Where's the spirit of Yahawashi coming out, man? All right? The Bible does not contradict itself. You know, for as one prophet always gave way again to Yahawashi. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say too. You have you made a good point, because you know they glorify themselves, and they're not really doing what. And again, it shows that they're not followers of Yahawashi, because Yahawashi, did he brag and boast about himself? No, he gave it up to the Father. He said, "I'm about my Father's business, man." You know, he said that why callest thou me good? There's no one that's good but the Father. So that's how we're coming in, man. That's the spirit that we should be coming in. We shouldn't glorify ourselves or brag or boast. Even Paul quoted, I believe it was in the Old Testament, as far as if any man should boast that he knows the Lord, man. So we're boasting that we have that spirit, that the spirit and power of Yahawashi resting upon us, you know. So we're we're not telling Israelites cut this or do this or do that. Nah, man, we're not about that. You know.
Yeah, I got some this book of John, chapter 12, and I started verse 41. These things spake Isaiah when he saw his glory and spake of him. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers, peace. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue, for they love the praise of men more than the praise of the Most High.
Right. Love the praise of men rather than praise of the Most High, man. You know, they want to, like, I mean, I don't know if I can say it, but look at all these other camps, man. You know, especially IUIC. You know, the fact that they're, that Nate bigging himself up to be someone that is so-called great. You know, again, they love the, can you repeat that again?
Yep. It says, nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue, for they love the praise of men more than the praise of the Most High.
Right, and that's the thing too. You have guys that are coming in for the wrong reasons, thinking, oh, this guy looks very good, and his garment is good and everything like that. But what is the main purpose of being out here? We're out here to what? Again, Yahawashi said, what? I'm about my Father's business, so we're doing the same thing. We're not trying to come in just to try to be glorified or anything like that. People try to come in. Again, what did it say? What did it say in John 10? Trying to climb up some other way. You know, they're not coming to the door of Yahawashi, man. Yeah, they're going about to establish their own righteousness, going about to do what they want to do, man. And that's not good, man. And the Lord's going to destroy you for it. And he's going to make an example out of you. And honestly, he's making an example out of all these other camps, man. And you can see it through the Spirit, you know?
That's something else. So, book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in the truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. So you may have came into the, you're supposed to come into the truth with the fear of the Lord, but you may have other guys that came into the truth because of their friend may came in, or because of the glitz and glamour, or because, or because you may have a wife waiting for you. It's an easy way to get a wife, you know, or you may not have a life. You know, you may have no friends or nothing, man. But you see something that you could jump in here, and this is the reasons why these dudes came into this truth. So now, you know, when work is declared that you got to do some works, do a little couple of works, now that begins to expose them, man. Because they didn't come into the truth with the fear of the Lord. They came into it for bullshit. But now when they say they actually got to work, now, you know, dudes get flaky, man.
Or things get hectic, you know, trouble. You got to, Yahawashi says you got to bear your cross. You know, he said if you, what was the scripture, how you go? Bear your cross, BaHaSham. I got it. I can pull that up.
Got it.
Go ahead,
Matthew 10 and 38.
Start up a little bit.
It says Matthew chapter 10, starting in verse 35. For I'm come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother.
Hey, these are some strong words from Yahawashi, man. And if you don't have the gift of faith from the Heavenly Father, then guess what? You ain't gonna understand this. You know, you ain't gonna understand it. A lot of people like to pick. Well, let me say not a lot of people. Some guys who maybe into Christianity, or maybe they're not into Christianity because they feel like the Bible is tampered with and this and that. You know, and they will bring this up because it seemed like a contradiction. You know, when the scripture law says, honor thy mother and father. But Yahawashi said he would bring a man at variance against his father. You know? Go ahead.
It says, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Read it again,
It says, for I'm come to set a man at variance against his father.
which the variance is a difference. Meaning he's come to set a man at a difference. You know, not that he dishonored his father or mother. The Lord not telling just saying that he's come to set a difference because the Lord has to separate what's his. And what else is, he had to separate what is his that is a part of the world. He said he would bring them out of the world, you know? And that starts within the mind, the spirit, having his faith to believe in the word, you know? Go ahead.
It says, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her
So
mother-in-law.
it goes for the women as well, not just the men. All right, go ahead.
And a man's foes shall be there of his own household.
So now the Lord just gave you a gem. Look, the man, he said a man's foes, meaning your enemies, is going to be there of your own household. They're going to hate on you the most. You know, and we know that. We know that to be true because when we first come into this thing, the first bit of hell you catch is by the ones who know you. You know, your family, your friends, start talking shit about you for no apparent reason because you don't go to the, you know, to the banquets, you don't go to the holiday events, you stop showing up, you don't go there anymore. They talk about who you believe in, what you believe in, you know, kicking in your back and smile in your face. You know, go ahead.
It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
That's heavy words, man. You know, and that shows you if you're really built to really serve the Lord. He said that he that loveth his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Do you understand? Do you understand? Because you know why Yahawashi said that? Because he knows the cares of man. He knows what you care about. He knows what's deeply, you know, what's deep in your heart and what you know, willing to give up and not give up. To serve the Lord said to be as a soldier, man. You know? Because at the end of the day, all the things that you love, hey, this devil can have his way with it, to tempt you, you know, to not serve the Lord. So really, to truly serve the Lord, you got to give your mind, body, and soul to the Lord. You know, you got to be a little cold-hearted. That seems strange for those that's of the natural man. But for those that can spiritually discern, understand, it's easy, man. It's easy. It's easy to understand. You know?
I can add real quick. You have this faith. You know, scripture say, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Evidence of things not seen. You look at that word substance, it goes into confidence. So, you know, pretty much you know, pushing all that stuff up, you know, loving the Lord, choosing the Lord over your family. Right. You know? And they're like, well, why are you acting like that? Why you distancing yourself? Why is it that separation?
Right.
You know? It's really because you got faith in the Lord. You got faith, you know, the Lord is going to reward you and everything, even though he has not done it yet.
Right.
But faith gives you that conviction to keep going.
Right. Hey, I hit you with an example. Let's say a man has a 4-year-old child, a 4-year-old boy, right? And he got a woman that's in the world, just had a baby by 4 years ago, and now she want to throw a party for his birthday. Here it is. He like, look, I don't celebrate birthdays. Do you understand what he's going to be up against? Her family, his family, calling him a deadbeat. He ain't shit because he ain't going to his son's 4-year-old birthday party. He said he don't celebrate it. But his moms and everybody else of the world, they celebrate it. So they looking down upon that man. He's getting cursed out, talking behind his back. You know, don't be surprised, family members telling his woman to leave him. He ain't shit. This is what brothers got to go through, man. And that's just a small example out of many examples, man, that we can talk about, man. So it really shows and proves who you love, man. You can't love your mother and father more than the Lord, man. Meaning you love your father and your mother. You honor them. But when it comes to this truth, the Most High, Yahawashi comes first. At the end of the day, you're going to take the MOTB. That's another example that's coming up. The MOTB is the micro C hit. All right? And it's going to come a point, just like they did in 2020, 2021. If you don't take, when they force this MOTB, you're not going to be able to function in society. They already showed you a prelude where if you didn't get the Kobe jump shot, you wasn't going to have a job. So you're going to lose your job, knowing you got 2 kids, a wife. Think a man really want to go through that? Is she gonna leave him because he ain't want to work in? He don't want to get the, you know, the MOTB to go out and work. How you gonna get fed? That man of the Lord is saying, I'm relying on the Lord. His woman might not believe. Hey, woman might leave because of that shit, man. So go ahead,
I can read that verse in 14:20, same thing, but a little extra says, Luke 14:26, if any man come to me and hate not his father, his mother, wife, and children, and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Right, so the point is what Yahawashi is making, are you willing to stand the test for this? Are you willing to go through this? Because not any man is willing to go through that. Most men will say, nah, I can't do that. I got a wife, I got 3 children, they need me. You know, hey, ain't nothing I can do, man. They're going to choose flesh, they're going to choose the world. Dropped everything. It was just in them. You know? They threw everything behind. Whether what business they had, probably had to take care of their pops. Pops up to age. He needed his son. They had to, hey, I'll follow you, Lord. What man is really willing to do that, man? Think about that. And just go off faith. You know? I'm following this man. I believe he's the son of the Most High. That takes an election. That takes a chosen people, man. Because most people say, well, that ain't logic. Shit. Nah, you got to give me some type of insurance or something. Let me know you real. You know?
Like, you might be looked at as a fool. Like, fuck, I knew you for what? How many years? Like,
right.
I'm hurt. So I did all this for you.
Right.
Respect this dude. Now you believe.
Right.
What y'all doing?
You know how much the men of the Lord, the prophets, got talked about behind their back? Talking shit about brothers. They don't even know brothers. But because of what's being said about the brother, because he's not doing this, he's not doing that. Well, how about you understand that he's following the Lord? A lot of things that Jake do in this fucking wicked society is wicked. Holidays are wicked, man. You ain't supposed to be celebrating birthdays, man. You ain't supposed to be celebrating Christmas and Easter and whatever else. New Year's, man. But go ahead,
Verse 27, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross from after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish?
So these are heavy words from Yahawashi. For which one of you do not sit down and count the cost? Think about this. You know, when he asked what was the rich man came to Yahawashi, he said, I did this, I do that. You know, the Lord said, follow him. He said, no, you can't. You know, because why? He had a lot of things up under his jacket, man. He had a lot of things to take care of. He wasn't willing to let all of it go just to serve the Lord. That's why those scriptures are there. It's written for our learning, for us today. So he, like Brother Paul was getting into, you got certain men that have come in, you know, vainglory, strife, not in it for the faith. They fall out. You know?
And if I may add too, like, if you don't intending to build a tower, man, if you don't really put your ducks in order like they say, man, you will get hurt, man, because I seen it happen with a dude who opened up his own restaurant, and he wasn't putting his finances in order, and then it came time to where he couldn't pay certain dudes, man, so the dude duffed him right in his face because he couldn't pay him, and then he threw a brick through the glass of his restaurant, man. So if you don't sit down and really see if you count the cost, you'll be a fool. You'll get a fool made out of yourself, man, and you could get yourself hurt, man. I've seen it.
Hey, you really gotta consider that you may not make money for, like they say, business. You don't make money until like 3 years in. And then it reminds me of like the scripture where it says a wizard will try you by crooked ways. So you really gonna like think about quitting and I make a mistake, like should I go backwards?
Yeah, and then you move sloppy too, because he had us going into the damn shop right and getting a regular bag of chicken breast, man, and then just do that in the fryer and served it on a plate. So now you're moving sloppy when you don't count your costs, man. We all gotta know what we're getting involved in, man.
Yeah, you gotta meditate on what. That's why you're supposed to know who you believe in. You gotta know who you worship, man. This is very important, man. And faith, you gotta see. With faith, the Lord shows his power through the brothers, through the faith. That's how the Lord shows his power. You know, Job said the Most High hide up on the right-hand side. You know, the left-hand side is showing all day, seeing wickedness. You see the power on the left-hand side of the Lord. But what about the right-hand side of the Lord? This is where we got to wait patiently. And if you understand, right, the scriptures, the Lord teaches you that, look, the Most High shows his power through the ones that he given faith to. He shows his power through the ones who so-called weak or down and out, underdogs, if you want to call them. You know? That's why in the times that's coming, Jacob's trouble, certain brothers is going to be, that the spiritual power is going to be activated between these brothers, or through these brothers, through the Qadash, the Holy Spirit. And it's because of faith. So it's important for us brothers to have great faith. That's why Yahawashi, he got on the disciples at a certain time. He said, you of little faith, man. And get some damn faith, you know? Make me do everything, you know? I'm sending y'all out. Go ahead and get this experience and get that faith, because when I leave, you gotta carry this, man. So they wasn't on that level, but then they became on that level. So it's all levels to this thing, you know? The power is through the Lord's faith, man. Through the Qadash, man.
29. That's happily after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
We made a public example of him. He wasn't able to finish. So now what happens? Down the line, when brothers go out and prophesize, the Lord put the spirit on brothers to remember certain gods. Why brothers remember certain gods? Not to pick on them, but because it's an example. Yeah, remember that dude? Yeah, I forgot about him. Yo, he did that stupid shit. Where they at now? Nowhere to be found, man. And the Lord confounded these. the Lord, oh man, I was watching Elder Pastor Tahar's video, and remember Baloo.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no microchip.
Oh yeah,
Ain't no microchip. GMS. Look, I got the micro. Look, this the microchip. Now he's saying it's not just only the microchip. So he done changed his mind. He's saying the MOTB is, but it's other things too. The fuck out of here, man. He was mocking, man. You still kidding. See, guys are not genuine to just admit the truth, man. And that's what's holding you back from the kingdom, man. Because you're not honest. It's not about having pride and an ego, man. Just be honest. That's what the Lord wants. Go ahead, Al.
Says, what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000? Or else while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassador and embassage desirous conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
You don't forsake all that you have. That's why Apostle Paul said in Romans 12, give your body as a living sacrifice. All right? Because when we came back into the earth, even though we thought, you know, we was a part of this world, we was taught, we had dreams, we wanted to read certain things, we wanted to do certain things, we wanted to be in the crowd, we wanted to do all that, whatever you was into. But then the Lord gave you another birth, which is for you to wake up. And so now you're supposed to forsake this world in your career of what you want to do in society and live for the Lord, which means you're living for the world that's coming. We're not only living now because we're living. So we got to live through this. We got to get by, but we're going to live when Yahawashi bring the kingdom. So all we're doing is sacrificing our life in this world for the Lord, for the time for Yahawashi, man. You know? And if you can't do that, then it's not fit for you, man. It's not fit. You know? It's not fit for you. That's what Yahawashi mean, man.
If I can add what you think off, he told me a long time ago, a couple of years ago, he said, you pretty much, you a prophet, you know, you can't, you gotta, like, to a certain point, not forget the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, forsake your stuff. And how doing that makes it way easier. When you don't care, like, you know, woman, you know, you want to leave a woman alone, you care to.
Yeah.
You don't care, then it's like, man, fuck
Yeah.
that. You know, so that's how you gotta, you know, think for this world, not care.
And that's why the think about it, the Lord chastened, he said he chastened the ones he loved. He sent brothers through certain troubles, tribulations, man. You know? So that they'll be in the mind sharp. They'll keep on the mission. They'll stay on the beat, man. Because the Lord do have a chosen. And those chosen that he's chosen is his chosen. And they're gonna do what his will is, man. My brother got me.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, when you was getting into the father and mother and everything like that too. The beautiful thing is, Yahawashi went through these same things, man. You know, the closest people to him, the people in his neighborhood, you know, seeing like, ain't that the carpenter's kid? You know, just thinking about that, like seeing how he went about certain things. He didn't care, man. You know, his brothers and his mother, you know, came.
But he was 12. When he was 12, he kind of ran off. He was in the spirit. He went to go see the doctors, the wise men. He was found by his father and mother looking for him, you know, talking to prestige men. And they was probably more so around him and amazed that this kid that's 12 years old was telling them things that they didn't even know. Right? And he told his mother, like, chill, about my father's business, man. So he was on a mission since he was 12, man. He was serious-minded about this work.
And I'm gonna say too, like even towards the Pharisees and everything like that, messing with him, and then also too, they were thinking that he's some type of warlock or witcher or whatever, you know, so accusing him of things that it's not true.
Yeah, you know, not to be wrong, but this is great you brought that up because women always get frantic. They always when some type of trouble, they take it, they be more dramatic about it. So you can just picture how Yahawashi mom, why would you? Where was looking? You know, about my father's business because you know how you respond. It's like how this person's reacting to you. Yeah. You know, but he didn't dishonor them. He just, you up here panicking, chill. You know, women do that, man. Go ahead,
But I got something. This is John chapter 15 and verse 16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you,
right,
that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain."
That's why we are out here teaching this word week in and week out. We got other men that's thinking that we gonna get some money. We gonna get some money. You know? We ain't out here to intimidate the people out here with guns, rifles, and holding camp, big ass rifles and shit. We're out here to fish for the Lord's elect, man. To bring forth fruit. So that means we gotta go into the word, we gotta edify. The word edify means to build. We don't care about no theatrics or fancy clothes. All brothers in sync with cadence and trying to put on a show. It's going to be a show because the Spirit of the Lord is going to make it a show. We're more like a spectacle. You know, like a prostitute on the street corner, man. You know? Calling out, man. Right here, this is a church, man. So read that part again because this is, you know, a point that's overlooked by certain guys. You know? What you in this thing for? If you a teacher, you out here to teach the word of the Lord, man. To edify these folks, edify the Lord's elect, even to warn, condemn, reprove, and most importantly, exhort the name of Yahawah and Yahawashi. Yahawah being the Father, Yahawashi being his only begotten Son. All right, two different entities, man. Two different spirits. One is higher, one is a little lower. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you."
So that means you can't just come in this thing. That's why the scriptures speak on a calling, a calling, a calling. There's a calling. You know your calling when you come and listen to the word, and you can't get away from it. And there's just something in you, like, dang, yo, everything that the word, when the brothers bring it out, it's just like, dang, man, dang, that's so true. Y'all been waiting for this, you know. It's just got to be in you. It's a calling, man. Go ahead.
It says, "And ordain you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain."
And your fruit should remain. All right? So this is a labor now. A labor. And guess what? Who said the labor is all the way to when Yahawashi comes? Ain't no breaks. You got to keep building the house. Take your time, patient, pray, so that the Lord guides you through the seasons, because Ecclesiastes 3:1, there's a time, season, and purpose, right? Habakkuk, stand upon my watch to wait to see what the Lord will say. Get into the current events, secular history. Go back into the breakdowns. Pull out some scriptures on life lessons. I ain't talking about know, them guys that fell out. But the scriptures speak on a lot of things, giving you the attributes to grow. When you got to plant a flower, you know, somebody that knows flowers, they know how to, you know, trim the flower, cut off certain limbs, because they're going to make it strong, man. And then it goes through its purge. It might go through a winter. That's like hard shit. Then when the summer comes, you get to feel good and be comfortable and show its colors, grow even more, you know? So it's a growing process.
It says that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name,
Right.
he may give it.
So the son is talking about the father. Uh-oh. Yahawashi is talking about his father. He ain't talking about himself. He said, look, so that whatever you ask to the Father in my name, he'll give it. Because you asked it in my name. Because nobody could get to the Father but through Yahawashi. Yahawashi is the door to your mind. All right? He's the one to save you, man. And you can't get out of order. You can't go around the order, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, these things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hated you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Because he's the example. Yahawashi is the example. He's saying, look, you know, because the world hated me before it hated you. So what I'm going through, take heed. And I know it's possible because I did it. And if I could do it, you can do it, because I'm going to be with you in the spirit. Even though I'm not here physically with you, I'm still with you. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Have faith, brothers. I'm telling you, have faith. The Lord answers your prayers, man. I'm telling you, the Lord answers our prayers, man. When we pray, the Lord answers, man. When you really, no, I'm gonna say really pray, you know, but when the Lord know you need or you needed help, He come through. Right?
It says, yeah, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
Yeah, that's why the world hates us. We don't speak the narrative. We don't speak the same thing, or we don't have the same lingo. We don't carry ourselves in the same vibration. We're not justifying wickedness with everybody. They said, the scriptures say they hated him that rebuketh in the gate. Why everybody hate him? Because he rebuking everybody, you know? Because he's telling everybody off. He's telling them what's right and wrong. And Jake out here don't want to know what's right and wrong. They don't care. Because what's wrong feels good. What's right is too hard. Come on, it's too hard. Why is it so easy to go be wrong, but it's so hard just to strive right? It's too difficult to strive right, so you give into your flesh to do whatever pleases you. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. You know? Or shit, what you gonna do? What he don't know don't hurt. You know?
I got something if anybody. Nobody got anything? Okay, because I was gonna say, as far as like going into how, you know, these guys going in for the wrong reasons and for their own vain glory, we're doing it because why? Because again, to do the works of Yahawashi, making sure that their will be done. So we have nothing to glory of when it comes down to it. And this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid up upon me, and yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. And that's what it is, man. The scriptures say that what? Knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, man. So we're out here to save ourselves, you know? We're out here because why? We're trying to be blameless and not be partakers of the destruction that's coming, man. Okay? So we know these things, man. So it says, I'm gonna read this again. It says, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. We're not glorying in any of this, man. Bragging or boasting because what? We got clothes and certain things that we have on and chains and everything like that. For what, man? You know?
If I may add, you got people glorying in over 1,000 views. You know what I mean? For the wrong reasons. Not that they want to get the message of Yahawashi and Yahawashi pushed out, but they just want to show the world that they possess some type of knowledge. Whether it be the way they break it down, whether it be, you you know, how they deliver the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? And they post a certain image, you know what I'm saying, for clickbait, you know what I'm saying, just to bring attention towards them and not the Heavenly Father and His Son. Yeah. You know, the Lord, those are going to be the individuals who the Lord say, turn away from me, for I never knew you, ye that work of iniquity. Because you serve the Lord for your own purpose and not for the purpose of Yahawashi.
Right. There's always a left-hand way and there's a right-hand way. And like the brother mentioned, clickbait. You know, you got a lot, like you got a land back off the brother. Clickbait, you got a lot of guys that's putting, pictures up, thumbnails for clickbait so that they can get a large following. So really they can throw in their face and advertise their Cash App account. You know, or tell you what type of merch they got. But then you got some brothers in righteousness that'll use a clickbait so that when you're drawing into that thumbnail, now all of a sudden you're getting taught a lesson. Now you're learning the scriptures. You know, so there's always a right hand and a left hand way. And a lot of these guys that call themselves Israelites, right? You know, it's different camps. These guys are doing it in the left hand way. Everybody want to get rich. They following IUIC. They want to be like Nate. You know, Nate made it. Nate, this dude is a goddamn millionaire. Well, he's worth a certain amount of money. I forgot how much it was. But he made it fancy to be an Israelite. You know, and you check him out. He made it fancy to be an Israelite when the Israelites are most hated. You know?
That reminds me of Jeremiah.
And to add to that, you know, the Lord saying He tries the reins of the hearts. You know, so now, okay, your intent was to get all of this attention, and then now the Lord will put the Spirit upon common folk to compliment you, you know what I'm saying, or whatever type of lesson you do. You know what I'm saying? You get all the likes, you get all the comments. How's that going to feed your ego? Right. You know what I'm saying? How you going to deal with that particular power, that small inkling of power that the Lord bestowed on you? How you going to move that? Because the Lord is going to try to raise in your hearts. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to see, you know, the greater you are you going to be more humble? Or the more greater you are you going to shake yourself to be a nigga? You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to try you in those instances. I call them bishops. A bunch of bishops, because when you watch Juice, it is Tupac. When you watch Juice, Tupac was cool before he got the gun put in his hand. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, after that gun got put in his hand, that power, that weapon, the scriptures is that what? That weapon. You know what I'm saying? Brothers used to call it a strap back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it showed the person who he really is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once that power got put on, you know what I'm saying? He started turning on his friends, killed his friends, things of that nature. Then he ended up dying off in the end. Right. That's the same way that happened with these false teachers, these false prophets, who teach for lucrative sake, who teach for their own vain glory. Right. The Lord showed Himself to be niggas, you know?
Yeah, I was going to say, as far as this too, you have guys that are selling merchandise as well when it comes down to it too. And to me, all we need is this, man. We don't need to be all fancy and try to do all these other things, man. All we need is this, you know? Because again, they're gonna come up through their own ways.
Yeah, and they obviously don't listen, man. And that's what happened with Saul. You know, Samuel told him it's better to obey than to sacrifice, man. And here it is, Yahawashi. We clearly see the account where he whipped everybody up out of his father's house because they made it merchandise, man. And now here you come making more merchandise. So you don't fucking listen, man.
I got a quick precept real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11. And it says, because since is against the evil work, is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
That's what it is.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. You know? So guys are not being judged quickly, so they don't fear. So it says that because since is against the evil work, it's not executed speedily. So guys are taking it upon themselves to say, well, shit, they doing it. Look how far it got them. You know? Shit, we need some bread too. You got these guys, it's like, I don't keep ranting about it, but, you know, it's just amazing, man. It pisses you off because brothers truly laboring and studying and going out on the highways and byways, sit downs every day, pouring out the word of the Lord for the Lord's elect to get this truth, you know? Because you're going to need this truth when Jacob's trouble comes. Ain't nobody going to sit down and teach you. You're going to either have this spirit with you or not. Rawchaa Qadash, man, the Lord's Holy Spirit. It's either going to be with you or it's not. Straight up, man.
Back in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 16, it says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this willingly, I have a reward." And that reward is what? You know, the kingdom. Getting out of here, man.
Hey, when you they add that the spirit that it says a willing spirit. That's what
You got to be willing, because you got some people who has to be forced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Told. You got to be willing to come out here and teach the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's spirit in you. That's what the Lord views as sincerity, as opposed to just being forced to do this work.
Right.
The Lord's going to reject you if you feel like you got to be forced.
That willing spirit, man. You going after the Lord. You. Not somebody dragging your hand, man. You know, you got to get on you and shit. You know, just for you to, you know, it's like pulling teeth. Trying to yank the teeth out of his mouth, man. But trying to pull teeth, like to get somebody to do the work. No, the Lord, as the brother just read, the willing spirit, man. This should be a willing spirit to teach. You should want to teach. This is your career, your profession. And it's a good profession. You know?
And like and also like, you know, like Super saying, like we can't brag about, you know, doing the works. Cause here it is, that reminds me like in the movies where they be like, you forget your place. You know, like a mob boss. They had that in Power, matter of fact. Cause he think he was outdoing the boss, and the boss sliced the dude's face, man, with a knife. Cause he thought that he said you missed your place.
Yeah, it's like biting the hand that feeds you. Sort of, you know? Because the Most High feeds us. So to try to think we got all this power by, you know, got this power to yourself, it was the Lord that gave it to you. That's like Saul. He set him up as king, you know? Then he was going against David, you know? But there it is, the Most High set you up. So it's like sort of biting the hand that feeds you. Don't forget your place. Yahawashi never forgot that place. He said he took no reputation. He did not make himself equal to the Father. And every time the Yahawashi got a chance to, he mentioned the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father. So that makes him not the Father. He's our brother. He said, I will go and prepare a place for thee. If it was not so, I would tell you these things. Yahawashi is the one that's helping us. He's our big brother. That's like big brother talking to his little brother, yo. Don't worry, man. We got this shit, yo. You know? But we still honor and we worship Yahawashi because he's the Savior. He's right up under the Father, and everything was given to him. In order to get to the Father, you got to go through Yahawashi, man. So we worship Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, man. You know? And watch when Yahawashi come back. Watch. All you ninjas talking shit, all this shit you talking and all this make-up shit y'all spinning doctrines. Watch when Yahawashi get back and see you, man. He gonna get your ass, man.
Verse 17 it says, "For if I do this willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me." And I looked up the word dispensation. It means exemption from a rule or usual requirement. So basically, similarities is, exemption. You know, so you're being exempt.
Yeah, another thing too, Yahawashi, when the disciples, he had an account where they asked, "Lord, who's the greatest in the kingdom?" And Yahawashi called the little child over there to him. Now, what's the child's characteristics? Humble, willing, you know, excited, you know,
Imaginative.
imaginative. You're right. You know, coachable, teachable. You know, that's why he called the little child. He said, "No, he the greatest in the kingdom," because of the attributes. It's not about the outward appearance; it's the attributes that's within the brother. That's why the Lord could bring any brother in. He might be a murderer, did 20 years. Dude probably killed 100 people. You know? Guess what? If you're a man of the Lord, you're gonna be in there. How this dude get in there? Look at Paul. You know? Paul was persecuting the church. You gotta imagine, if you was in that day and you knew that Paul was that cop that everybody hated, this fucking nigga, oh boy. You know? And then he in the synagogue teaching, he like, get the hell out of here. What's going on? Ain't no way. He was locking us up for this. So you gotta really examine this guy. I don't trust him yet, you know? But then what? Paul did diligence, right? So the Lord was with him, man. So the Lord could bring in any man, man. You know, from any different walk of way of life. It's the inward part, the attributes in that brother, man. And for one, it's just because he was chosen. You got something about? Yeah, no, go ahead.
So about the inward man, verse.
Go ahead.
So Isaiah 53, 1, 2, 3, it says, who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form or prominence, speaking of how he came.
Right.
He wasn't no good looking man.
Right.
That debunks that shit right there, because most women say he's handsome.
Yeah, Yahawashi wasn't this pretty, handsome guy. You know, I'm pretty sure Yahawashi was rough looking. You know, women probably ain't look at him and go, oh. You know, it was more like, oh, man, all right. You know, go ahead.
And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men,
which means no beauty for man desire, which means where I'm looking at his outward appearance and I'm just attracted to his appearance. No, Yahawashi, he wasn't going to be just attractive to his appearance because he didn't carry himself that way. You know? Go ahead.
He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrow, and acquainted with grief. We hid, as it were, our own faces from him.
Right.
He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Right, that's in Isaiah, right? That's the prophecy in the Old Testament. Yeah. No, Yahawashi was prophesied of the prophets of old and the Old Testament. Meaning he was going to come on the scene. And he came on the scene just that way, man. So you got, I'm thinking about the women, you know, how they paint these pictures and stuff, the AI pictures and stuff like that. And they got a perfect beard and, the perfect face features, the muscles and all that. That's not realistic, man. Like that's, in the kingdom we gonna be. But Yahawashi was just a regular guy, all right? But he wasn't, in the scripture say he wasn't that guy for you to be attracted to in his outward appearance. So if you use your brain, you'll say, well, he must have been somebody that was just, not really fair to look upon, or, he probably didn't have the best handsome looking features. He was just a regular guy and he carried himself that way. He didn't give a shit about that. But in the kingdom, you better believe it, he ain't gonna come back in that perfect body. But when he was in the world, guess what? These women that think of Yahawashi, they think of him having the perfect jawline, the perfect beard, the perfect hair, because women, y'all think like that, and you're gonna jump on him when he come back. When Yahawashi get back, you won't dare to even touch him, man. And I say that because the woman that touched his garment was afraid when she touched his garment. And the men was around him protecting him. And she made her way to touch his garment because she wanted to be healed. And then when he was turning around looking for her, she was afraid to answer at first. But then when she answered, Yahawashi said, your faith, man. Basically complimented her because she had great faith just to do that. You gotta understand, Yahawashi was looking at the situation of the inward part of her, like, wow, she made it her business just to get over here, just to touch my garment, and she knew she would be healed. That's what he was looking at. He didn't turn around and say, what you touch me for? And and curse her ass out. He knew why she did it. And he wanted her to come stand before him and tell him the truth.
That's why the Most High made him unattractive. Separate the real from the fake.
Right.
Who will be seduced by his spirit.
Right.
Not by the way, not by his outward appearance.
Right.
But real quick, he said that he became poor for our sakes. So he wasn't, wearing Gucci today or Versace glasses or something like that. He was just like regular. He ain't have bread, he ain't have money like that, man. So he didn't have the money to get decked out either, man.
Hey, Yahawah shall be with us brothers here at GreatMillStone. Because now when you check out brothers' videos, right, not a lot of brothers get many views, but brothers got the word, and they be getting down. And this brother getting 1 or 2 views, man. And everybody looking at the entertainment because it ain't some fiery camp, or because he ain't got the theatrics and the movies behind it and shit like that to pull you in. But when you check out the lesson, it's like, damn, I needed that. Brother got that right. I heard that precept. you know, which is that real money, but it's not attractive, you know.
This is a statement. That's why the Lord said, if you be faithful in a few things, I'll make you ruler over many. So if you remain faithful, being rewarded, you know, in a small portion on this side, the Lord's going to bless you that with that much more in the kingdom. The Lord said he got many things. Right.
This is Luke chapter 7, verse 34. The Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and ye say, behold, a gluttonous man and a winebibber, and a friend of publicans and sinners. And you know, this is similar to, imagine him walking down the street eating and drinking, probably spilled wine over garment, you know, food in his beard, you know, just eating, you know. And they said, look at him, winebibber, you know.
In amongst gang members.
Right. So his mannerism, when you think about it, it wasn't all cute. Him having a napkin, a plate, eating coke. You know, you know, he was just, you know, having a good time, man. Yeah, like a rough, like how boy, like they say, what boys are rough. You got little boys like you know 9, 8 years old, they rough house, come in the house, white too dirty as hell, just playing in dirt. Go take that dirty shit off and take a shower. You know, he was just rough. He was just him. You know, but I'm telling you, you women looking at men the way you look at men, you wouldn't like Yahawashi. And especially with that stern attitude.
and he had red eyes.
Yeah, he was stern. Women hate men that are stern. Oh, what you think he's somebody's father? Oh boy. These women today, oh man. That's how you know the women back then was way decent. I mean, way more decent, bro. Way more decent, man. These women today, bro. I'm thinking of Yahawashi today. Oh man, these women were go on the internet and talk all hella shit. Look how y'all hated Kevin Samuel. And he was just calling it straight about women, telling the truth. And after he died, they praised and had celebrated his death. So how much more Yahawashi, man?
And he was clean shaven and soft spoken.
Right.
He just delivered the truth to a certain extent. How much more Yahawashi?
That's when you know the hate is real. What they did to Yahawashi, man. The hate is real. When Israel said, let his blood fall upon us. Oh man. Go ahead, Doc. Yeah.
Well, going into that word on gluttonous, the word is voracious. And voracious is basically wanting or devouring great quantities of food, having a huge appetite, insatiable.
Oh, another thing, Yahawashi was fasting. So you don't know if he came off of fasting, he hungry as hell.
Yeah.
Because you know when you fast, your mind is, I'm fasting, so you're not crazy. But then when you know that you're about to eat, you want to eat. Give me some food. And I'm about to eat, I'm about to grub. You know, we don't know at that moment he came off a fast or something.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're not worried about how people look at you when you eat, you know? Like you're going on a date, you try to, you get down, man. You know?
Damn, man, I gotta stay. Fuck.
Yeah. You know?
Brand new shirt.
Good. The Lord didn't come in no Brooks Brothers suit, man. You know, or just everything just perfect, creased up. You know, they didn't come like that, man. You know, that's the point the brother's making.
He was one of us, man. He was a brother. Yeah. Y'all gonna hate the Yahawashi, bro.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1. There shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the spirit of Yahawah shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. And shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yahawah. He shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. So when you come upon Yahawashi, you gotta have that same thing. That's not like he said, in the scripture, John 6:3, the spirit that quickens, less profit than nothing. So initially you look at a man, as brothers going into, and you think that the flesh, you know what I'm saying, like the scriptures say, pretty much you would have to respect the person because of how he looks, his garment. You know, like the Lord did that to his son Yahawashi, those that would have an ear to hear, like he always said. Those that have an ear to hear, eyes to see, spiritually.
And the angels, I would say, most of the time, you know, think about it, they come in the flesh as a guy that's not attractive. You know, meaning somebody to look upon or talk to. It's like you come like a bum, you know, or come like a Jake that you think might be a nigga, you know, and that be an angel. But it's like what he's saying to you, though. You be like, oh, this dude, man. Yeah, how you know? You know, and it's just, and when you leave from him, you be like, man, that could have been an angel. I've never seen him before. You know? They don't come all dressed, you know, being fancy to be looked upon. They come regular.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, starting in verse 20. In 1 Peter 2 and 21, for even hereunto were ye called, because Hamashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that you should follow his steps. So, as us getting into about Yahawashi, you know, that's about, you know, the appearance part. You look at these other camps, you know, Yahawashi, you know, he wasn't all, you know, decked out and all of that. See, scriptures say, you know, you're supposed to follow in his footsteps. So that should, you know, hold the question.
And when he had the golden belt, where was it? But where was Yahawashi? When John saw him with the golden belt, golden, you know,
Girdle.
girdle, where was he? Where was he? He was in the spirit, right? He saw a vision of him. He wasn't a man in the earth. He was out of the earth at this point. So of course he would wear something glorious from, you know, if he's from in the heavens. You know? So now you got men that's dressed in gold and purple and all this, trying to look all royalty. Yahawashi ain't come like that. He came like this. Little regular, you know, but they look at us, call us, y'all bums. Look at y'all bums. Yeah, bums. He got dirty fringes. All that stupid shit, man. Yeah. He ain't riding on a donkey, man, instead of an actual stallion horse. They wanted him to ride on a horse. He said no. He came in on an ass, like the brother said. You know, a donkey, man.
John the Baptist had a garment of camel hairs, man. You know, he have like a bear jacket and nothing decked out with camel hairs, man.
Yeah.
In James chapter 2, verse 1, my brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit under my footstool. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people who just want to get next to the person who has a good appearance. I mean, that's how the Lord will test an individual. It is neither one of the individuals spew anything out of their mouth. You're pretty much judging them based upon appearance. Scriptures say, judge righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? When you judge according to the outward appearance, that's not righteous judgment. You know what I mean? You got to get to judge a person's character. You know what I'm saying? You got to judge him by the things that he say. More importantly, by the things that he do. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how you ultimately judge.
And mind you, that's the spirit, because I was actually thinking about that. There's a lot of guys out there that are just looking at a certain person and just, you got to have that spirit of discernment, whether or not they're in the right spirit. And also, too, the scriptures say the spirit bears witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. So if their spirit is right, we would know. You know?
It's a lot, if I may add, because that's a female trait when you judging somebody based upon the outward appearance. You know what I'm saying? Because like when going back to Eve, why did Jake wear diamond chains, diamond rings, bracelets, and everything like that to attract the woman? Going back to Eve, she went after the tree so-called because it was pleasing to the eye. You know what I'm saying? So when you're judging according to the outward appearance because it's pleasing to the eye, that's a female trait. That's not a way a man's supposed to maneuver and discern being in his faith or just moving in the world.
And the Most High doesn't do that either. The scriptures say that he chose the weak things, you know, the things that people despise. And this is 1 Samuel chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. And how does man see it? Like the brother said, on the outward appearance, man. Jewelry, everything like that, you know. But the Lord, what does the Lord look at? It says, For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. You know, the inward part of it. What's going on in their mind? What's their mindset? You know, which again, the outward appearance is good, but the inward, they're like what? They're really dead. It's nothing but a dead carcass, man. If you really think about it.
Yeah, a few years ago, I can't think of this dude's name, man. He was out there with Sarnetta and them, you know, your Israelite, Zion something.
Oh, Zion Lex?
Zion Lex. Like, Judah, right? Bald head. Yeah, him. He came on the page and was like, we did a video, I think in response to what he did, he went off. And he came on the page and was like, you ain't getting no views. Like, yo, what the fuck? God, I was like, this is this nigga care about? I said, but he ain't dispute anything that was said in the lesson. But he put on there, he said, you ain't getting no views, ain't nobody hearing that. So he basically judging me off of my audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck all this? That's how you know God is the whole world. And a lot of you guys on these comment boards, you know, on the different camps, y'all work. You look at that channels because of the views, but you're not listening to what's actually coming out of the scriptures. You know, the message. As soon as you click on it, oh man, ain't nobody. Oh, he ain't nobody. Who's a nobody? You know, that's what they think.
And that goes into where the Pharisees were judging the disciples when they were eating on unwashed hands. You know, so the Lord challenged them on that thought process and called them hypocrites. And he used a parable. He was saying like, this is Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. He called them hypocrites, right? He said, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And he called the multitude and said unto them, hear ye and understand, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man.
That's how you gonna see it.
Yeah, you know, and this is why people are correcting and reproving a lot of these guys, man, because what's coming out of their mouth is basically defiling them, man, because they're teaching doctrines that's contrary to the spirit of Yahawah BaHaSham at the end of the day, man. You know, so the Lord made a good analogy using that as far as the unwashed hands from the disciples, man. You know.
Yeah, quick precept. You got it.
I was gonna say, like, you have certain guys that say the law make me clean. You have other guys like, who's that guy that who wanted Yahawashi to come into his house? But he's pretty much saying like, I'm not worthy for you to come to my house.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, one was accepted because of his faith that he had towards the Lord, but the other one was rejected because they rejected the Lord and thinking that their own words made them clean.
Yeah, that day, man, that shows you it was straight up belief, man. Because you just imagine his house probably had idols and shit. Probably had some abominable foods cooked, smell of it. You know what I'm saying? The house was unclean.
Yeah.
He knows like nah.
Yeah.
But I believe in you, you know.
Yeah.
You just say your word and boom, I know it's done.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
faith, man.
Yeah.
That's faith, man. And he was honoring, you know.
Quick precept to follow that one up. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. So, that corrupt communication is making sure that the doctrine is correct. Like saying so-called white man Esau can be saved, that's corrupt communication, man. The Father and the Son are one being. That's corrupt communication.
Right.
All the tribes are Negroes. That's corrupt communication.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember Elder Gabar was talking about how like people that try to want the apostle seat and everything like that. Like, what did he say? He's like, this is like a serious thing, man. He said the minute a little thing is off, you could be destroyed for it. Anything can happen. So honestly, again, starting with Elder Apostles, GreatMillStone, man, that's a high seat, man. So those of you that try to make your way up and everything like that, you gotta really think about what kind of things you may go through when you on that high seat, man. And that's scary. So when all these other leaders, all these other different camps, stuff like that, leading the sheep astray, man, you're gonna get punished for that, man. it's a serious thing. So
Yeah, scripture said Revelation don't add or take away.
yeah,
I'm gonna bring this out. This is sound doctrine, right? And this is sound doctrine meaning, like the meaning of sound doctrine, right? It says doctrine that is reliable, accurate, and faithful to the Bible. So we gotta be as accurate as possible. Accurate as being perfect. You know? That's why we say we have 100% truth. We can defend the gospel. You know? Right? Because we got the word. So it says another one. Provides a pattern that then follows, promotes healthy faith and love. You're supposed to have faith, healthy faith. You know, it's not about, you know, being a part of a group. It's about having faith in Yahawah, Yahawashi. I think it was Paul that said, we teach the ways of salvation. You know, don't take the MOTB. The MOTB is the micro C hit. But you got guys saying that that's sin. You got guys saying everything else, you know. Last time they were saying that it was embargo. So now they're going to switch that, and now it's sin. How many times they going to switch their doctrine? You know? This is another one. Sound doctrine is designed to produce sound Christians, which we know the Lord's elect, chosen, right? Israelites. It says believers who understand their identity, purpose, authority, and freedom in Yahawashi. Produce, it says believers who understand their identity. That's why it's important to know, you know, who you are. How you going to, you know, if you know who you are, you should know who you worship. You know? And it says purpose. Now, what is your purpose? Somebody get it. What? What's the purpose? Right? Get a quick reset. 12, the last verse.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments. For this is the duty, the whole duty of man. For if the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Now, it just basically means what? To do the will of the Father. Do the will of Yahawah Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi also gave us orders to finish the work. So it's the work. Hey, look, the duty is to fear the Most High and keep the commandments. Now, we got to speak on the commandments. Could we keep all the commandments? No, we can't. So what we tell you is that we keep them to the best of our ability. It's impossible to keep all of the commandments. This is why we in need of our Lord Yahawashi to return. We need new bodies. We need to be in rulership. We need to have power in order to keep the laws of the Lord. We need the Lord to bring forth these prophecies, because what was told us through the new covenant, that He would activate, He would take out the stony heart and give us the heart of flesh, water. You know, that means that the Lord is going to actually change our bodies and make our bodies perfect, so that we'll keep the laws perfect. We won't ever go off. It'll be like second nature, natural. You know, how we treat each other, we won't go off. These flesh are designed to go off. So what's the whole duty of man, right? Because I got to go into that, because the commandments, you got groups, or like, you know, commandments like, you know, that's going to save you. Yeah, we keep it to the best of our ability, you know? That's what you want to do. You want to be sincere about this thing, you know, because it is like considered works. It shows forth that you believe. You can't be an Israelite that believe, and then you in the world doing what the world do. You still going to the SS of riots, the banquetings, the pagan holidays, you know, you all with the shits, you doing this, you doing that, and then call yourself a man of the Lord. You can't have one foot in the world, one foot in the truth. It don't work that way, you know? It's called the sacrifice, you know?
Can't have two masters, man.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And we're seeing that now, man. We're seeing that people are pretty much trying to have two masters. They're saying that they're holding to one, but the other one is what they fully invested in, man. Because a lot of these guys took that bag, man. You know? I got some real quick. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. But I'm gonna bring it out in the NIV. This is for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. And many griefs are going to be coming upon IUIC, man. You know, because pretty much the love of money is pretty much have them wandered from the faith, man. All right, and their first love when they first came into this truth, man. When they first came into this truth, that wasn't the doctrine being taught, man. You know, now they're basically into Roman Catholicism, man. Basically, that's what it is now, man. You know, but the whole thing is now they don't even care about being reproved, man. Because why? Because the money is superseding basically what they have to do, man. They made that deal, so they got to push more through, man, and pretty much deceive the people.
Yeah. The scripture you read before, doctrines of men. You know?
Yeah, commandments of men. Yeah,
commandments of men.
Yep.
You don't change the word of the Lord into commandments of men, just to suit man. You can't turn and twist the scriptures just to suit men's what's the word? Suit men flesh, you know, and their ways. No, the word is the word. You know? If they ain't right, get to stepping. But when you're about that fettuccine, you're gonna curve a little bit, you know? You're gonna sugarcoat, you know, or you just gonna change completely, man. You know? Just so everybody fit. It don't work that way, man.
And this is why we starting to see the cracks in the foundation from IUIC, man. Because anybody that can't see that they're going off from that, that's within their congregation, man. Yeah, and the Lord don't want them, man.
They should be walking out of there.
Right? They should be getting out of there. Now she's starting to see
walking up out of there.
Possibly the potential of the elect. And, you know, here at GreatMillStone, we always teach that you got these individuals from other camps that may be part of the elect. Right. So right there, that's really like the nail in the coffin with that, man. Them teaching that right there, that the Father is God. Yeah. I mean, our Savior, the Lord's Savior, Yahawashi is God. Okay, so they gotta get away from that, man. You know, it's the scriptures talk about study to show that self-approved, man. So you can't just be no yes man and no parent, man. You know,
it's about confusion. They got you thinking now in the Old Testament that wasn't the Father, that was actually the Son.
Hell no.
Yeah, and if you ain't studying, and checking the scriptures out for yourself, and just being a hearer, and not looking into the scriptures, man, you're gonna be lost, man. So it's gonna get a lot of people caught up in that whole thing, man. Okay, because they let them do the driving of the driving, so to speak.
And you know, too, the apostle said a long time ago, Apostle Sahar, he said they're gonna come up out of there, man. You know, the elect gonna come up out from these different camps, and they're gonna teach the truth. They ain't gotta be a part of GreatMillStone. Just teach the truth. You know, we're not out here trying to get anybody to be a part of us. You know what I mean? Just teach the truth. You know. But it ain't nothing wrong with brothers being apart because we all, you know, speak the same thing. But that ain't our mission, our goal. It's like a few months ago, affiliate, you know, that affiliate that's going on. You know, guys that messed it up, but you know, now Apostle said, look, ain't no affiliate camps, man. You either GreatMillStone or you're not. Just teach the truth, man. You know, that's it, man.
And here it is, the Most High in the Old Testament required a sacrifice, man. And then the sacrifice is what will make an atonement. So then here it is. Why would he come and sacrifice himself? How does that atone, man? How does that atone between you and the Most High if he just sacrifices himself? It doesn't make sense at all, man. It's like it's like you got a bunch of your sons and their room is dirty, and here it is. You want the room to get clean, right? So then here it is. The Most High said, you know, how I'm gonna make this right. I'm gonna clean the room myself. You know, and that'll teach you. That doesn't make sense, man. But if the oldest born son steps up and says, you know what, I'm gonna clean this room, and now you look at your son, and you know the oldest born son sends everybody else outside the room, say go play, and then the father peeks in and sees the son cleaning the room, you know, doing the sacrifice for everybody. That makes more sense, man. But how is me gonna fix you cleaning the room myself?
Just to add on to you, Bob, like you said, you know, tell your son clean his room, he don't clean it, and the father takes it upon himself to clean your room. Now what's gonna happen? When he clean your room, when he see that ain't right, he gonna throw this shit out. But you had a chance to clean your own shit up. Now, no, don't do that. This shit gotta go. What the fuck is this shit? I told you, I gave you time. Now I'm cleaning this shit, put that shit in the garbage. Oh man, you know, you should have cleaned your own shit up when you had the chance to. But really, when the Lord start bringing forth that judgment, that's when the Lord cleaned his house, man. He just gonna get rid of. Up, gotta go. Okay, you stay up, gotta go. Just toss this shit up. You know? Think about it. That's a good point, though. You know?
Hey, you guys, man, that are you guys that are still stuck in IUIC, man, and worried about leaving or contemplate leaving because you got a wife in the congregation, man, you better reconsider, man. You know, don't let no woman take away from your salvation, man.
And not to be long-winded, but we were speaking about this earlier. Guys don't leave because they got businesses, they got family all tied into this. So if you leave, you like basically starting all over. They got family business ties, they got money, networking, businesses, you know. So it's like I can't go nowhere. Even if I don't think this is right, I ain't gonna see nothing.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
IUIC know how to ruin your life too, yo. Cause they called who was the elder Malcolm, got him fired from his job. Yeah, when he was doing MMA. Yeah, and they called couple of elders in Dallas, got them fired from their jobs. That's how IUIC rolls. So if you in IUIC and you leave, you know you gonna get it.
Probably the one doing it. Probably the one doing the calling and shit.
Right?
Well, that makes sense because they do a lot of that sneaky shit. They make fake profiles, fake channels. They pose themselves as a female. And they'll go on the page and they'll put comments. They'll set you up. Put it like that. That's why when you check out the ones that did fall out, they always kept a recorder. They recorded the conversations because they gotta cover themselves.
Yeah.
If I'm around brothers, why the fuck am I recording our conversations? That's how you know it's not real brotherly love. But for them, they know how everybody's a snake.
Yeah.
So you gotta cover yourself.
Yeah.
So every time I'm in the off camera and I'm with this brother, we sit in the car, I got my phone. Yeah, y'all, man. I'm watching what I'm saying, but he just flew in everything. So then now I got something on you. I got, hey, you said that, I expose you. That is wicked, man.
That's how I was going to do it if you had having stuff on them and weird things.
That shit crazy, man.
Everybody,
Ain't no real brotherhood, man.
Everybody wearing a wire. Everybody got a wire.
Yeah, everybody got a wire on.
Everybody got a wire on that.
Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men. They wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. That's that part.
That's a perfect example right there, man. You know, because right now, with them changing the doctrine, if you listen to the video, they're actually belittling the congregation, man. Calling them simpleton.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all confused, right? Yeah. Calling them simpleton and calling them simple and you know, and it's like a fear now.
Yeah.
You know, because now if you walk away from us, we're gonna expose you in front of the whole congregation.
Yeah.
All this dirt come out on you.
Yeah.
You was this wicked ass person.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you don't never get a job.
Yeah. I got precepts. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders.
That ain't no brotherhood, man. You know, that's not a real brotherhood. You gotta carry a wire on you, a phone. and I bet you they got that shit on the front home page, where they could just go hold it down or hold it, put it down, act like, you know, that shit wicked, bro. That's how you know that. If you a part of that and you know that, how the hell you a part of that? That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That ain't no Yahawashi.
That just shows you that they're not rolling in the spirit, man. You know, they just walking everyday life like a so-called Christian Israelite nigga. You know, that's what that is. You know, they're not rolling in the spirit, man. That's not. They're dealing with how it's supposed to be a brother. They're dealing with how you dealing with somebody in the world, man.
You wait to eat, cause look, all these celebrities, they all got dirt on them. The ones that sold blood contracts. And what we've been seeing from the past years is that when their time is up, he makes sure he discredit their whole their character, who they is. Now they this. Look at Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, Prince. All of these guys before they go and their time is up, he bring out that shit on them. Why, if they sign their names on contracts, watch when they start exposing. It's gonna be horrible, man. Because it's a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of shit that secretly nobody's saying nothing because they're afraid of being an outcast, you know? Shit like that. That shit wicked, man. That's what happens when you deal with police. know?
Yes.
And I'm just saying, a lot of guys over there are police. You know? They do things by Edom way. You know? Now you got some of the police out here that's Israelites, and some of them probably are the elect too. They're gonna come out of that as well, man. They're gonna serve the Lord. But I'm just saying, y'all know it's a dirty game. Y'all know how dirty this shit is, man. You know? All this dirt on each other and all that. I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead,
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Hey, we see that now. We see that now. Lovers of their own selves, splitting up and switching the doctrine. You see that? We got to talk about the false prophets, man. You know? Because there's many more false prophets than there are the true prophets. This is all really according to prophecy. You know? But go ahead.
Covetous. Boasters.
Oh, covetous. That means you want what somebody else got. You know? Oh, man. He giving it big over there, man. I need that. Damn, yo. So I'm hating. You know, one guy told me years ago, ain't gonna say no names. I understood what he meant. You know? But he was like, I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of you. I'm like, jealous of me of what? He like, but he was saying it in a way like, you know, you doing your thing. And I'm watching you. That's what he meant. But you don't say that shit to no brother. I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of you. It's like, you just say it to me. Yeah. You know? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, he was jealous of that big camp. Yeah, man. And then a couple months later, now he got a lot of people.
Yeah. They don't control that shit, man. That was a few years ago. But you don't say that, you know, brother. Like I said, if you're going to compliment a brother, use your words right, man. You know?
Like the Lord used you, brother. Like some of them give the Lord credit.
Yeah, I knew what he meant, but it was just like, what are you saying to me, bro? What are you saying that for? Like, go ahead, man.
That can show people real intentions at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even though we are brothers, but them flaws still gonna come out some which way or another. You know what I mean? Because it's really hard for a lot of people to put away that old man. It takes time for them, but some people, that shit just gonna stick there regardless, man.
It says boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Yeah, unthankful. You got spiritual parents too, man. A lot of guys out here acting like they ain't got spiritual parents. Acting like they studied on their own. You got spiritual parents, man. You and your phone and your computer, and you sat there and watched the elders and the bishops and the brothers on down, whoever you watch those breakdowns. You watch those lessons, man. And you put your notes together. And then you might have went ahead and did a little extra studying and extra researching just so you could add different precepts and switch it and make it seem like you ain't get that breakdown. Please, man. The only way you're gonna get this truth is being taught by a brother, man. Right?
It says, with
acting like you're not pulling her over.
Bonquisha.
Because, you know, sometimes they be doing that shit to see if you're gonna pull over.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
He's on her. She's gonna get a charge, chicks. But in order to get this truth, you have to be taught. Can't nobody say they know they're an Israelite because he just woke up and said he was an Israelite. All right? The path has been paved, man. All right? The Lord has already set up the ladder. So you're going to be taught by anointed men. The elect is being taught by men over them, man. But a lot of guys act like they don't got spiritual parents. All you doing is adding different precepts. But now they're taking it different further now. They're not just adding different precepts, but now they're adding a new twist because they're changing it. They're taking little small things and changing it now, turning the wheel, and now it's completely off. Or it's been off. But go ahead, huh?
it says, without natural.
Then they adding, and then they taking it away. You know? Go ahead, huh?
It says, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Right, despisers of those that are good. Brothers doing lessons, spreading the gospel. You despising those men, you say these men starting trouble. You know, because they defending the gospel, they defending the doctrine and the word of the Lord. Somebody got to defend it. Somebody got to defend the truth. Everybody can't just be out here, you learn the truth and then you twist it, you turn it. No, you going off. That ain't the truth. Go ahead.
Traitors, heady, high-minded.
High-minded, man. Somebody look up high-minded in Google. I looked it up before. Being high-minded, you know?
Says puff up with pride, render insolent to be puffed up with haughtiness or pride, to blind with pride or deceit.
And there you go. Puffed up with pride. Being puffed up with pride, man. A lot of guys got pride. Go ahead.
And this is a good one. So it says, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High.
Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High. This means that you got men that are turn and twist things just for their own pleasure, and they'll have everybody doing it. Like saying you can have sex on the Sabbath. Read that again. Read that last part.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High.
Because you can't contain yourself on the Sabbath. You're going to teach others in your congregation that you can have sex on the Sabbath because you can't. That shit wicked, bro. That's wicked, man. No?
That's some guys say you can do it in the butt.
Right. That's sodomy.
Pleasure.
Yeah. There's nowhere in the scriptures where it says you can have sex with your woman inside the Eden, man. That's sodomy, man. That's what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah and the 5 cities in like manner. That was going on. That pissed the Lord off, man. You know?
Look at that. You have many high holy days where you can enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Drink, eat, drink. But then, like brothers are saying, you got guys that push it to where you can do it on the holy days where where you should refrain from enjoying yourself. Sabbath, Day of Atonement, Passover. They like to push that as far as, you know what I'm saying, that's a day to enjoy yourself. And while you have the Purim, the Feast of Tabernacles, any other home too.
Sex on the Sabbath, man, that's ridiculous because, I mean, obviously the Sabbath is a day of rest. And when you have sex, man, you're working up a sweat, man. It's like a straight up workout. And the Sabbath is a day of rest. You're not supposed to work out on the Sabbath.
You know what's worse is they teaching it. They're teaching that you can do this. That's bad.
So the communication.
Yeah.
It says, having
That's why in Titus it says whose mouths must be stopped.
It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
They got a form of godliness. Yeah, coming to BaHaSham. They got the garments. You know, they go out and teach. They got the board. They got the staff. A form of godliness, but what?
But denying the power thereof.
But denying the true power. You don't have to say Yahawah all the time. You don't got to say Yahawashi. You know, that's just denying the very power and the instructions of what the Lord gave us, man. That's crazy, man. Or we don't know the name. We're going to know his true name in the kingdom. All that crazy shit, man. We're going to have a name now. How we going to call on somebody we don't know? You know? Why would the Lord say, call back unto him? He's looking for us to worship him in spirit and truth, but we don't know his name. That's why when Moses was sent to the Israelites from the Most High, the first thing he asked was, what's your name? What should I say? How the hell you delivering a message on behalf of somebody, but you don't know their name?
Right, yes,
You know? And he ain't say, I am. He said Yahawah, meaning he is, man. You got to think about the language. I ain't gonna walk up to this brother and say, yo, I am said, yo, you better have it, by tomorrow. I'm like, I am what? You know? He is, man. He gonna tell you he sent me, man. You know?
Hey, a couple of examples of when people would actually ask somebody that has supernatural powers, they would ask who they are. It was one is a Superman. It was the original one. Like, who's this guy? They were like, everybody's like, who's this guy? You know? And then another example is pretty much escape what I was gonna say. But pretty much, you know, somebody that just has some type of supernatural power, we just watch the movies. You know? Even when Esau's script, they even ask, who are you?
Right,
you know?
right.
You know?
Right.
It's his statue.
It says, for such turn away.
Yeah, such a way.
I got something real quick. This is Sirach, chapter 30, verse 8. And horse.
Real quick, Doc, another thing too, you know why all this is important? Because they even talking about now, once again, is these lockdowns. And it's going really under the radar. I was watching this newscast dude today, and he was bringing certain things out. He said everybody keep talking about this Kamala Harris and how she dropped the car, she dropped something on stage or something like that. And he said everybody's talking about that, but y'all not talking about what's also coming out is that different places are gearing up for the next lockdown. You know, because of the, you know, the did I say the, huh? The impact, yeah. What I said? The impact, yeah. I thought you was abbreviating in some way. Yeah. You know? But that's about to come back. When they lock everything down, all you're gonna have is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord, man. And you know, the second time around, they're gonna really clamp down and do worse than or restriction than they did from the previous, which was the prelude. That was just the start. They're seeing what they can get and what they can't do, what they can do and what they can't do. Now they're gonna capitalize and cut these corners off. Oh, that's another corner to cut off. You think they're not doing their research, man? That they're not studying everybody?
Who knows how long they might keep it locked down for?
Right.
A year, 2 years.
I would say this, because this devil's so greedy, whatever he can get, he gonna take. So if it's enough to where it's like, no, they ready, let's do this now. Lord can put a spirit on them, yeah, bring that micro C about, make this happen, because matter of fact, brothers are putting out articles on Mr. Kyle Schwab's WEF. Now he mentioned that he said before the U.S. elections, it's going to be a series of events happening. Yeah. So how this, this world leader, spokesman for the world leaders, telling everybody there's a series of events. How these dudes don't want certain they don't want conspiracies to go on, but then they gonna tell you this stuff. Yeah. But then they get mad at you. That's a conspiracy. How? When he's a world spokesman for the world leaders, and he's coming out telling you there's gonna be a lot of events before. Like, what the fuck? You think you're supposed to be stupid? If I'm paying attention to what you're saying, I'm taking heed. Oh, word. Oh, wow. So I'm looking forward to it now. But then if I speak on it, conspiracy. The fuck? But see, the point is, Esau, he used the duality, the light and the dark. Yep. And because of the dark, that practice that they do, they have to tell you the truth. Yep. That's why they have to.
You have to put it out there. 34%.
Yeah. I forgot. Well, go ahead.
It's pretty much going into Jacob's trouble, man. Because the simple fact is that these elections are going to go down, man. And that's going to piss these Edomites off, man, because they know that this is the last white hope, man, this guy that they have, and they're trying to get in there. The elites are pretty much, showing their power through the Democratic Party, man. That's how they get their agendas put forth, man. But so we already know that this election is going to go down, man. They can easily off this guy Biden and have this broad as a president, man. She automatically becomes president. Once the president dies, the vice president automatically takes control, man. So they can just do that and elections be forfeited. You got your new president right there, boom.
And I'll say this too, brothers. Watch GreatMillStone videos, man, because the vibration with the brothers is through the Lord, and it's preparing your mind to be ready for what's coming. So you will have the heads up. You can watch whatever you want to watch, who you want to watch. But these guys are not warning you. They're not preparing you for what's actually coming. See, the purpose of the Lord giving a warning is to clear our minds of what's coming. Brothers doing lessons and saying the persecution is coming. Take heed, man, because it's gonna happen like overnight, man. Or certain little things and this and that. Take heed, because the vibration is coming from GreatMillStone, from Yahawashi, Yahawashi, which is the word, man. Everybody else talking about other shit, man.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me. Again, that's what starting with the elders apostle of GreatMillStone down. We see and we're watching what's going on, and what we're keep going, and we're watching to wait to see what's we're watching the signs,
Current events.
right?
The Lord visiting brothers now too through visions and dreams, man. So that's been heightening up a lot too. Brothers been having a lot of visions, dreams. An angel came to the brothers camp in LA, man. So the Lord is really tapping in now. Now, look, expect spiritual, what they call supernatural things to be happening. we understand these things gonna happen because they happen to the prophets of old. You know? So you might have a vision, your woman might have a vision or a dream and she tell you. You know?
The apostles heard that great wind in the book of Acts, and then they were all able to speak different languages, man. You may hear a great wind outside, man, and get some power, man, from the Lord.
Yeah, that's what that Holy Spirit is.
And it says, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yeah, now, real quick, another thing, the Holy Spirit is, you know, certain people they don't know. But if you do know, you know. The Holy Spirit is to know all things, man, which is as far as the scriptures. The Lord give us the true understanding. And also, the second half of the Holy Spirit is spiritual powers. And that's to activate in certain brothers, man. Performing miracles, man, in the name of Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You know? Not in the churches and speaking some type of stupid tongue, you know, and motion and turning up, dancing and all that. That's not the Holy Spirit, man. You know?
And it says, and the Lord answered me. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Again, man, we see a certain thing in what we bring it forth to throughout the people to warn them, man. You know, if you're not warning, what are you doing, man? Scriptures talk about how these prophets are dumb dogs that can't bark, man. The dog is meant to bark. It's meant to warn the people. I mean, to warn who's coming and everything like that, man. So, but these guys aren't warning, man.
Right. Yeah, you hear your dog barking, you're in the house, and it's late. Your dog barking, how you say, your dog barking heavy, hard, and you're like, what the hell is going on? You get up and see what the hell he's barking. You know, the dog is barking to warn you. Dogs are just alarm clocks, man. Something ain't right, they bark. You don't want to be a dumb dog that don't bark. And your dog is territory. You know, protect him, man. You know, he got your back. He gonna do his part of the job. You know, alarm you. So look, y'all, both of y'all get in the safe. You know, get safe. There was a video I saw of two lions. With dogs behind this. I don't know what country it was, but two lions that must have got loose. And
Barking against the dogs on the
yeah,
outside.
yeah. Oh man, lions are so powerful. Two dogs was barking at the lions, but it was a gate divided in a chain. And the lion was like trying to get him. So the lion got so mad, he bumped the gate like boom, and the gate opened up. I said, oh shit, them dogs is dead. But the lions never knew that the gate opened up and shit. And then the man came out there, he looking, he saw the gate open up, put the gate this and that. But the two dogs was barking, man, because there was two lions out there.
Hey, and then when it's all said and done, you want to reward your dog, man. You know, give him treats and all of that.
I mean, and we the Lord's dog. You know what I'm saying? We the ones providing the warning. And one thing, if you want to break into a house, what do? Rob a dog. Right. You know what I'm saying? Disable them so you can rob the house. Yeah. Like Chico. Next Friday. You know what I mean? When they gave him bud brownies. Gave the dog bud brownies and shit. You know what I mean? You know, that's what the elites try to do. You know what I'm saying? They try to shut us up. They're about giving brothers some money, $1 amount. You know what I mean? So you don't teach the word.
Hey, I was thinking about how like DMX, like that's my dog. And he referring to his mans. You know what I'm saying? It's like how, you know, he said dog. Yeah. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
And that's you know, we're gonna get our reward, Lord willing, during Jacob's trouble.
I got something. This is Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 10. It says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs that can't bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
That's happening now. You know, you look at it, we at the door of them pushing the brain micro C-hip, the physical micro C-hip in the hand. We at the door of them pushing it, forcing it, and then you got men that's saying, nah, that's not it. Y'all stupid if you believe this microchip. You know? They can't bark. They blind. They're ignorant. You know? It's crazy.
No, he gonna take it.
Yeah.
Verse 11 is...
Like I was gonna say, Honor said, he said, don't trust Esau, but I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to take this, the BAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to use reverse psychology.
Yeah, go ahead and take it so we can go to the barbecue. I'm trying to push up the barbecue, Passover, and all that extra shit.
Yeah, I really believe they setting up. This is my humble opinion. I really believe they setting their congregation up so there don't be no pushback when they force it, because they probably know that he's told, because they can't go against it. If they get funded by the government and all that stuff, they can't go against it. So I really believe, in my humble opinion, that they're setting the congregation up for no pushback, because now they have a heads up. But the 2020 thing wasn't a heads up. So he, like you said, when he said, but then here it is, they made videos on trying to like act like they're not ashamed, and they all was going into the booth and getting a Kobe jump shot, and then all of a sudden reports came out. I think 20 people died in their congregation for taking the Kobe, for taking the pump.
You look at Joe Biden, you brothers remember when he first ran up for election, he kept talking about something called a dark winter. Now when you look up what Operation Dark Winter is, it pretty much was an exercise that they did to see how many people they could unalive who BIO attack. And look what happened in 2020. The nines that was pushing it, and they telling you don't worry about taking it. They got a lot of blood in here.
Yeah, I really believe they're prepping their congregation for no pushback, because they're not saying they're not going to take it. They're just saying that it's not that. So what happens when they come out? And you got to take it to survive. You got to take it to function. And they big on that congregation. They big on making money and living in this society and flourishing, having their daily bread that way. So they big on that. They call us bums. We the bums over here. We ain't got no jobs, they say, or whatever. We the bummer-like camp and all that. But brothers is willing to sacrifice this whole world for the Lord, man. But is they ready? When that shit time come? I don't think so. That's why the doctrine got to fit well with man's commandments. With the doctrines of men. It has to fit well with what the government got going on.
Sirach, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 20, verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. That's what those guys is doing. They taking that aid from the government, you know what I'm saying, because they 501c3 charter, so where they're getting all of these benefits, and, everything's tax-free when it comes to them, so it's all money in. It's all money in for them because they're taking those gifts. So now they're telling you that the micro C-hip is the MOTB. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell you it's okay to take these vaccinations in whichever form they come by, all because they are in league with the government. They took that Boston bargain.
New Orleans rapper, he did an interview on one of them podcasts. He was saying, like, sometimes, you already know, sometimes Esau, he might not necessarily tell you to stop speaking what you're speaking, but he might tell you to, sugarcoat it a little bit, to where you don't even realize that this person is hired. And that's what a lot of guys are doing, where they're not necessarily tell you not to take it, but they're causing confusion. But then through the spirit of power, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, the apostles and elders have pushed the spirit out there to go into that prophecy, the MOTP. Right? Because remember, the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. When it's all said and done, and the Lord takes us elect out of that place, the word is in it. The word has died.
Yeah, now real quick, I was just looking up breaking news today, and this is brother was speaking. It says North's 24-hour peace brings community together through hip-hop. Hip-hop ain't doing nothing but destroying you. But that's that old, clinging on to, of the world, man. Because hip-hop is really destroying you, man. The music itself, now you got kids out here doing drills, making it like it's a sport to kill each other. Women are way out of order because of the music. They're proud as ever.
See how the Lord made my opinion on that. 24 hours a week. They got robbed this week. Man was out here, actually, this little shop for his kids. Yeah. As soon as they opened, 2/3 came and robbed that shit. Where should he go? That's why they not open. Oh, man, that's why they not open this shit. They went up in there, they took everything from the boards that was real. 60 seconds flat, about it.
in?
I don't know how many people heard.
It's a matter of time.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So, but that goes to show the it's bullshit. The 24 hours a week.
Oh,
They get
yeah.
robbed. They get robbed. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the throw off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
And it had like some sort of parade down there.
Yeah. That shit happened like, what was it, like,
See, it's gonna be peace right after this.
huh?
It's gonna be peace right after this.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Everybody got precept?
Yeah, everybody.
So it says, verse 11, it says, yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough.
Oh, man. Yeah, dogs, you know, you gotta see people on TikTok, they be trying to test their dog and put the food or plate down, and the dog sick, no touch. And then the dog, you know, they'll walk out the room, and the dog sit there looking, and then he just, the drool comes, it's like he can't help himself. So they're like greedy dogs, never having enough, man. Here it is, you got this large, you know, congregation, you got a lot of men, but here it is, you want more. You gotta have more now. What more do you want now? They came in riding on a horse, you know? Like what every Passover you gotta bigger, you gotta do bigger than the last Passover. Every Passover gotta be bigger than what the last Passover was. You know? You gotta do it different. We have the same Passover. The same Passover, brothers perfected on how to do the actual way to serve the Passover. Ordinance, man. You know? These dudes living it up. You know, bigger, living large, man.
See, it's very, so we're dealing with, because remember, every so often, the Lord will throw something out to disperse those that he didn't want. Like the apostles, they always say to have a small gathering. You know what I mean? Before, you know, brothers would get together. Now it's just amongst brothers and camps. Even the larger camps, you know, like the 5 brothers and 5 brothers. It's something the spirit of the Lord gives you. Yeah.
And hey, man, it's all through the spirit, man, because we rehearse the acts, man. And we've been, the apostles been going through with us. You know what I'm saying? So we're able to carry out the service on our own, man. You know? So it was a beautiful way of how it pretty much materialized, man, from their fruit, man. But where the apostles' fruit, man?
Right.
You know?
In that day, man, you know, if whenever the Lord do set that day for Yahawashi come in Jacob's trouble, and a brother is living as a pilgrim, and he got a household, he got women, you know, he got his children, or whatever the case may be, he able to perform an ordinance with them, you know, in the Lord. That's the way we've been taught that way. Like the water Yahawah now shot for the apostles and elders and bishops, man, for teaching brothers to have that sort of authority in your own house, you know, to have an ordinance and to know that, look, let's bring these prayers up, let's do this, you know, all right, we ain't gonna eat yet, you know, and so how we do, you know, and that's good. Other guys is just, I'm coming here, live, you know, because they got concerts going on, then they got a section for, all right, all the women up, listen to you wives. What the fuck is going on here, man?
Hey, son, the land was good.
Land was good. We ain't no party later.
It's free.
Yeah.
Kids, it's free.
And then they leave it at the best time. Hey brother, all the wine, drinking and all that. Come on, man. You know, ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah, some cats going to the strip club.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Go to sit down. Go sit down at the strip club.
They sharing the Passover with girly strippers and shit. That shit crazy, man. But,
It says,
I own that period.
and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all
leaders that cannot understand. That's leading flocks, man. You know, shepherd is a leader. Yahawashi was a shepherd, man. We're shepherds in our own house, you know, over our families, man. The women and children come under you. So, you know, it's important to know the ordinance and how to do things according to the scriptures. Let's say if your son gets sick, your woman gets sick, the scriptures tell you how to, you know, I think it's in James, you gotta do what the scriptures say. Put the prayers up, anoint over our head. You know, we brothers, we do this for each other. But for men out there that don't know these things and part of these different camps, how you gonna hold down your whole house and the Lord in that day? Like if that's the case, man. You you ain't gonna know what to do because you ain't a part of them because they ain't around to help them. We all gotta be leaders in our own house, you know. We brothers and we're connected together, but in our own house we're leaders, you know.
It says, wait, can I read the good news?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is actually, I'm gonna read verse 11 straight to the end. It says, they are like greedy dogs that never get enough. These leaders have no understanding. They each do as they please and seek their own advantage. It says, let's get some wine, these drunkards say, and a drink. It says, and drink all we can, drink all we can hold. Tomorrow we will even tomorrow will be even better than today.
Hey, and that goes into a precept that I wanted to bring out earlier. The brother's going into this is Sirach chapter 30 verse 8. And horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. You know, and pretty much, man, you know, these guys out here pretty much left to themselves, they're being willful, man. You know, they're not coming under no water, you know. Okay, they're breaking off and then liable to go off. I always say that. You get untied from the GreatMillStone, you're liable to go off, man. And that's what's happening with these guys, man. You know, they want to do their own thing, man. And they're doing their own thing to destruction, man. You know?
Blaming the open scripture though, bringing the blame to the ministry.
Oh, yeah, and that's coming, man. And hey, and I should be carried did that part already. That time that was on Vice years ago, that's all I need. That's all I need right there.
Hate thy neighbor.
They're gonna pick that up. You saw got all the footage, man.
Recently they had a camp. We got the men out there with these long ass rifles.
Long guns, with the long guns out
What
there.
the hell are you doing, yo? What the hell are you doing that for? There's no faith here. Like, that's crazy. And then you probably intimidate, because we got women that walk past the camp, and they grab their son and daughter and be like, because we here, and shit. But these men are out here, two sides with rifles touching the ground, holding down. I want to walk up to that and then get taught. I'm like, hey, bro, ain't got no deal over there. I would, but y'all niggas look like y'all about to tear some shit up.
Hey,
like, what the fuck?
You know, he ain't no fool. That's why he don't run up on no security camp.
Yeah.
He'll do a debate, you know, a sit down debate.
Yeah.
He ain't run up on no camp. You know, you know better, man.
Hey, the scripture that you read, you ever seen a horse get broken? You ever seen a horse that's not broken? Like a wild horse? Wild horses, you know, they not hungry. You try to jump on them, they gonna fuck you up. You know? Until you work with them enough, and then you end up breaking them, and then they humble enough, and they still kicking. Like they go, hey, not fuck out here, you know? And then after a while, they learn you. So that's like a man that's not been humble, man. And like you said, men that have learned, taught, and now they branching off, and now they coming up with all this other shit.
They're left to their own destruction, man.
Scriptures are talking about these men, man. That's today. Men of the old, men of the future today.
This is you quoted it. I'm gonna do it. It says verse 1. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1. It says, "We then, as workers together with him, beseech you also that ye receive not the grace of the Most High in vain. For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. It says, behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed."
Ministry be not blamed. You don't want to do anything because everybody got a camera now. So this means any and everybody could put a camera on, open up the Bible, and just start running their mouth. You know, and saying whatever they want to say. You know, and they get people. We know that he saw that one guy's foolish men say they Israelites, and they want to collectively put us together to destroy what we got going on, man. Which is really the Lord. It ain't even us. You know. So you got men that have put on a garment, put a headband on, and start talking crazy, man. Not realizing, putting blame on them, they had used that to Yeah, like, yo, I ain't never seen this guy a day in my life. Who the hell is this dude? Oh, vocab tried to use that. God called himself an Israelite. He go out here and have sex with his wife's daughter. You know? All of a sudden, see what the Israelites do? Who the hell is this guy? Never seen this guy. Never seen this dude before. He ain't a part of no camp. He ain't a part of no camp. He just know he an Israelite, and he went out here and had sex with his wife's daughter. Now vocab pick it up. You know? That's that, man. You know?
You gotta cover Dylan Storm Roof. We gotta take it way back. Nobody questioned his church, because Dylan Storm Roof went to a church, and then he shot up a so-called black church. And there was no news reporters outside of his fucking church.
Churches that's doing shit to kids, man, or children. They never talk about it, man. Unless they do something really so horrendous that the news pick it up. You know? But you don't hear vocab in them talking about the Catholic Church having sex with little children. You don't see none of that, no report on that. Everything on the Israelites. You know?
Yeah, you know how many so-called ex-altar boys that are grown men now, that are broken men, Edomite men, you know? Anyone, men that's in that Roman Catholic Church, man, how they've been touched, man, it's been going on for decades, man. You know, and a lot of them are trying to come out, you know, and it gets suppressed. You know, some of them are taking it to the grave with them, man. You know, and they just take the priests, and they take them and they just relocate them, man. They take them to another state, man. You know, that's all they do, man.
How is they protected? That's crazy. They get protection because they're part of the groups. You know, they're part of the group. Brotherhood, secret brotherhood.
Oh, that's that word. That's definition is assistance and support in times of hardship and distress.
This is going into again, really, again going back to. Way back to where I said as far as having that spirit of discernment, man. You know, we can't look at the outward appearance because, as you can see, even all looking at all these camps, the outward appearance may look good, but again, you can't look at that. You know, this is 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High. Because many false prophets are going out in the world." Like the brother was saying too, there's way more false prophets than true prophets. So you have to really use that spirit of discernment to discern whether or not that this is actually of the Most High or if it's not, man. You know, the scriptures also say there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the ender of it is a way of destruction. Death. So raise death, right, man. So you may end up leading your destruction, man. So you gotta really be precise with it, make sure and do your research, man. You know, study. Hey, even the apostle of others, GreatMillStone on down. Say what? Don't believe everything I say. Look within yourself, man, and make sure that that they're saying the right thing. You know, that even shows that they're being sincere as well, man. They're telling us to look up these things. So let's believe, again, we have to really have that spirit of discernment to figure it out. And honestly, I can say this, that's only if the Lord will give you that the eyes to see as well, man. Because the Lord can just leave you blind and lead you to go the other way, man. So that's a scary thing. So you have to really pray about it, fast and everything like that. Scriptures also say, which I'm actually going to get, this is, what's that? Verse,
brothers bringing up the scriptures, I was just surfing some news, and it says the WEF document confirms 6 billion humans will die in 2025. World Economic Forum report hiding in plain sight confirms that upwards of 6 billion people will die in 2025. And according to reports from Davos, Hal Slavs has confirmed the state goal. Confirmed the state goal is on target to be achieved. So,
Go ahead and do it.
Everybody already do that vaccine. Get a target.
and it's from the people's voice.
Deadline, right?
This is what I want to bring up before too. This is 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall." So if you continuously, strive and pray and to fast and to, again, you gotta do these things, man. The scriptures say to be doer of the word and not hearers only, man. So if you wanna listen to this person, you gotta look within yourself to make sure that they're right, man. You gotta do that, man. It's being diligent.
Yeah,
We
that's
got reports out here saying travelers advised to consider Mpox meat, because they talking about traveling. I wish I would have jotted down. Dude said in these different places like in Africa and certain other places, they already put stuff in position because they about to start locking down. So it's going to eventually trigger over here to the States.
There's about to be a lot of restrictions on traveling anyway, because remember May 7th, they said they want to push that real ID.
And I heard too in reports they said that if you get Mpox, you also should be positive for HIV. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know if how true it is, but I read something, and they were saying that about the mama, same thing before. But they was talking about it, but I don't know how true it is. But they said this about this one.
So they said that the Mpox is not nearly as contagious as
That's the other. Yeah.
C-19.
Yeah.
Not there.
Contact.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Fear.
This point, he starts just making up names, man. Because look at the news every day is some type of outbreak. It's called by a different name.
that's what I'm going to how you got to try the spirits. This is Deuteronomy 32:47, which originally it's talking about the law, statutes, and commandments. But here it is. We're now under faith. We still keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. But here it is. We got the MO to the TB on its way. Well, already here, man. But we got the mandation on its way sooner or later, man. So it's Deuteronomy 32:47. In the easy English, it says, "These words are not silly words. They are the most important things in your life. If you obey them, you will live for many years in the country across the Jordan. It will be your own country." See, that's what the point is now. Getting this truth is the most important thing in your life, man. That's why, bringing it back earlier, you can't love your father, your mother, your brother, sister more than the Lord, man. Okay, these words is more important than them.
And you know a prime example of that? The children, my sons, and Maccabees.
Oh yeah, come.
Yeah, that's a prime example. The whole family from, I don't know what happened to the father, but her sons, her 5 sons, and her, they took to death. They said they would be, again, once again here from the Lord, So the children ain't go, well, my mom's or whatever. They all, took that, man. The Lord gonna bless them. I wanted to bring this out as well. This is continuing on in prophecy. Second Neuralink patient does 3D design and plays Counter-Strike with his brain. Y'all know what Counter-Strike is?
Computer game.
It's a game. And that's a little popular game everybody plays. So what we was talking about before, now these guys with brain chips are about to start cheating. That's a hack. Because Counter-Strike is like a multiplayer online game, playing against other people, doing missions or whatever, like each other, trying to kill each other. And it's kind of like Call of Duty a little bit, but it says second Neuralink patient, which is a guy that got a brain chip, does 3D design. Not only he did a 3D design and plays Counter-Strike with his brain, man. So he just sitting there at the same time. I don't know if at the same time. That's a good question. Could he do it at the same time? So here it is. Elon Musk and his company Neuralink is making progress in putting brain chips inside your head. And these are for the men that they doing it on that's testing, that's like test dummies. They like paraplegics. They can't use their lower body. Maybe they can't use their arms. You know, they can function. But now they got this extraordinary ability, man. This is all Bible prophecy. This is that. What that is also the MOTB, the mark of the beast, man. You know. Hey, if that wasn't the mark of the beast, you could not say that the Lord ain't putting chips in your head, man. You know, I mean, you slacking. I don't know how I just said that, but anyway, slacking. What I was trying to say is this: the Lord is proving and making it evident that there's micro chips for the brain, man. When you got a company like this at this very time making progress, and it's worldwide known. It's world known. It's known. You know, guys before used to be like, they gonna put a chip in your brain. Oh my God, these guys. Now they far-fetched, right? It's evident. You know, it says the second patient to receive a brain chip from the Neuralink has already learned to play video games. It says via the chip, but was also able to use computer-aided design (CAD) software just 1 month after receiving the brain-computer interface. So after 1 month, when it healed, he was able to do designs. He was able to play the video game with his brain. You know, that's a miracle. You know, somebody bring a miracle scripture out. Revelations.
Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had been wounded by a sword and he lived.
Right, which the image of the beast is the system, going back to the Roman Empire, but it's also in today's age is the system, you know, that they're formatting, or how am I saying it, they're formatting into this society of a caste society. But it actually goes back to the Roman Empire, right? Go ahead.
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. But the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
How can an image of the beast speak? The system. If you don't obey by the system, you don't obey by these rules and this weight of the new world NWO, you're going to be killed. So it's going to speak. It was speaking loud and clear in 2020, 2021. The people was out here, you know, mad as hell because they didn't want to take the, you know what, and they couldn't work. Right?
And he called us all, only great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Which the mark goes into the Greek word karagma, you know, which is a brand, something pricked underneath the skin, right? Which means there's a device that goes underneath the skin. Now, if you go into the root word of karagma, it's karatz. That's the instrument that takes the karagma and puts it underneath the skin. You know, all you gotta do is do your research. Brothers went over this millions of times. You know, go ahead.
That no man might buy or sell.
It said buy or sell, so you can't skip that part. You can't skip that part. It says buy or sell. This means it deals with commerce. It deals with money now. So this means, okay, so this mark, Karaka, got to do something with buying or selling. Right? Not anything else. It gave it away right there. It has to do with something buying and selling. It ain't the mark unless you know what I mean? You got to have something to do with buying and selling. Go ahead.
Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, that him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For his number of a man, his number is 600, 3 6.
Right. Number of a man, 600, 3 6. You know? Which the 300, 6 6 is Chi Phi stigma. And you go over the word stigma Stigma is a way that somebody may be known for something, for doing something, but also stigma goes into prick, something to some stink, goes into the ground. And that's what that is, man. High stigma, Brother gonna go into the same.
Yeah, it says no or not less least.
Oh, okay, same. No or not least. Least, like basically least you have the mark. You can't buy nor sell, at least you have the mark. So that means that with society being changed, so now we understand that information. Now we want to look at the current events. What's going on in the world? What is this talk that they're talking about with these chips? What are they talking about that, we're going to have all the stores are going electronic? Walk in and walk out, and there's no cash, there's no clerk at the cash register,
Let me bring something out real quick. They got the New York Fair, and they got it to where it's totally cashless. So now they got what they call reverse ATMs, where you go ahead and you put the money in there, and they give you a card, a Visa card, and you use the card now to spend everything you want, including the parking.
Right.
Parking, buy food, get on the rides, and you use the card, and they have the money on the card.
But somebody said, but that's not the mark. Well, what that is, exactly. What was it? Gradualism
Gradualism and the other side of things is catastrophism.
Yeah, now we're talking about that. Hey.
But they're slowly bringing it into where,
Conditioning. I was conditioning. Yeah, conditioning. That's what I was thinking of that. And his brother said something else. That's edifying, man. What you say again?
Or the other side of things is catastrophism, they call it. He's like, if you don't gradually do something and you just spring it on the people, it could bring in like a chaotic situation.
So gradualism and conditioning, that's what that is. So once you get used to having this sort of way to pay, which is very convenient, right? Then you ain't gonna look no other way. The old way would be, oh, this is too much, man. So the next step after that would be, well, everything is it's right on your hand. They already campaigned about this a while ago, but they didn't push it the way that they're gonna push it soon, man. Lord's willing. Because they talked about these things. You had newscasts that went up there and spoke on it years ago, saying, well, you don't ever have to worry about losing your wallet, Jim. I mean, sometimes when I leave, and I sometimes leave my pocketbook in the house and I gotta come right back home and get my wallet. They did all these talking points before, I'm trying to put it out there. But soon they're gonna campaign it the right way, or they're just gonna bring forth some sort of, I think maybe also the calamity, some sort of destruction or some sort of breakdown, and then force it that way.
It's simple for the buy. I went into the word buy, the strong word to buy. It says agorazo. It says to be in the marketplace, to attend it, to do business there.
And that's the buy.
Yeah.
No buy, no sell. Yeah. To be in the marketplace.
And pretty much we can know that even the lockdown, the upcoming lockdown, that right there could bring it in.
Yeah.
Because the economy is going to be out of whack, man. People are going to lose confidence in the economy. This right here is definitely going to close down the mom and pop shop. This guy right here in the front of the store, he's done. He about to just kill himself. He had to work here. Where's the word was out here right in front of his face, week in and week out. He didn't receive it, so he done. See? So it's pretty much, man. That's the other foot in a coffin, so to speak, man. The mom and pop shops, man, they're gonna be done, man. So that right there, it could be a chain reaction to where it can actually also usher in the MOTB. So it's as simple as that. Because what's gonna happen is, and I speak as a man, but if Carl Schwab is speaking about this happening before the election, okay, this country's gonna be in a civil war, right? Okay, you got the pandemic, 2.0 coming, you know, and that right there is going to be a whole chain reaction, man. And that's going to have a heavy influence on the market, man. Okay, the world markets, man. You see? So right now, they're able to pretty much, they did the test run, and now, like the brother said, man, now they know how to pretty much critique it and cut off and you know, right now they got it boxed, locked in now. So now ain't no loopholes in anything that they had done back in 2020, man. And now it's going to be better perfected and better pretty much orchestrated, so to speak.
Yeah, I think about the Lord said he sent forth the plagues. You know, plagues of like what happened in old Egypt. I think that's in 2nd Ezra 15. But was it 16? One of them. But basically, you know, the plague. When you look up the word plague, it means bubonic, sickness, delirium. But then the second half of that plague means also continued trouble. You know, somebody's if you look it up, it'll give you sentences and stuff so you can use it. Continued trouble upon somebody. I think it said like a plane that's having trouble. I forgot, but anyway, the plague also means a continued trouble. You know, and that's what it looks like it's gonna come upon the Lord doing that. Whether he's using Edom and having Edom deceived in his own plan. That's the way of the Lord bringing forth. Because remember, we know that Edom is also the sword. The Lord's sword, man. So he's using the devil to bring forth these things, to bring forth the prophecies, man. You know?
I got some cool because warnings and diseases and everything like that. You know, key word is pestilence as well. So I'll just go straight to the point. Verse 7 is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And again, you see that now, man. You know, pestilence and earthquake. I just seen an article about Jersey having another earthquake. Yeah, I seen that somewhere. But, and then when you look up the word pestilence, again you see the mpox and all those other diseases that's coming out, and there's more to come, man. So let's believe. So it says pestilence. It says a fatal epidemic disease, especially bubonic plague. So again, these things is gonna happen, man. And that's why we're out here to let you know, man, because these things are gonna happen.
Yeah, just read that part again, brother.
It says, for nation shall rise against nation.
Right, that's a people versus another people. And we see these things happening because if the economy crashes, you gotta use your brain, man. If the economy is not the way that it's functioning now, and it's falling, if you want to say, or crashed, if you want to say, whatever words you want to put there, and you can't go into the store to get what you need, you gotta think about the people that live in your city, people that live in this world, your neighbors. They're gonna crash out. You know, Jake used that word all the time. He about to crash out. Jake gonna crash out. They're gonna take things into their own hands. And what that does is bring forth what you call a civil war. People gonna be looting, stealing. We saw this through all the riots and protests years ago. But what happens if people can't get food every day? People panic. Then what happens? They told us certain things happen, like storms coming. They mentioned about a big storm coming. What people always do, as soon as they put on the news, everybody goes to the supermarkets and buy tissue and water. You go in there trying to get, you can't buy tissue nor water. Everything else is there except for those two. You know? Because everybody's stockpiled, and so people panic, man. People gonna be having their own thoughts or theories on things. You know? The end of the world. You know, type of shit, man. You know? So you only can use your mind to understand that look, through all this chaos, the prophecy is gonna be fulfilled. So it don't matter if he is planning, you know, or doing what he wants. The Most High is in control. At the end of the day, he uses us as creatures. You know?
It says,
because you know, some people get thrown off. They're like, well, they doing it, how God doing it. Most High control everything. And they the ones that rule the world. So you got to understand, if you know the scriptures, they also the sword, as we mentioned before. You know? Go ahead.
It says, in kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences.
A famine doesn't mean that it's no food. It just means it's a lack of food. It's a lack of food. Food is scarce. So So when people figure out food is scarce, they go to this supermarket, damn, they ain't got none. They go to that supermarket, oh my God. Everybody start panicking. And so as soon as they find something that they can grab, they in the store fighting over it, you know? And then after a couple of days, they don't refill the stores, and everything don't go back the way it is. Then you're gonna have days that's going on to where it ain't gonna be no food over there. But this means it don't mean there's no food. You just gotta find it. You know? So a famine is coming, man. People are gonna die of not having clean water to drink, and they're gonna die of starvation and not being able to eat. They can't find food. You know? There's only but so long you can eat your little garbage shit, candy and shit that's gonna really hold you over. Your body gonna be malnourished over a couple of weeks. If it be that long, it's gonna be malnourished over a couple of weeks and ailments. If you got an ailment already, you're gonna be out of here. You know, and that's the Lord's will.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Imagine coming downtown north. You know? It really is nothing but clothes down here, so I'm coming down to get food. Where you gonna go? They took that McDonald's food down there. Nah, that shit's wrong. What's down here? What's down here to buy food? Except for the people out here selling food. Fish market still up? They still up? But you ain't gonna find nothing in there. You know?
I got something.
Yeah.
You like the brother said, Whole Foods. That's about it.
Oh, Whole Foods. Yeah. They gonna tear that shit up. We gonna tear that shit up. We gonna tear that shit up. Window. They don't even have gates. It's just windows. Somebody bust into that shit. Ram your car into that shit. Get in there. You know what I mean? The ones he in there is gonna be open for everybody else.
All these
got
little
gates over here, but ain't nothing in there but clothes. You know? Material things.
these Chinese restaurants, they done for too.
Yo, they didn't know this was gonna be bad, man. Think about it. Where you gonna get food from? They be all on top of each other over here. Everybody gonna start heading out. They gonna hit the highway and start heading up. Where the Edomites at?
Anyone gonna have some waiting for that ass. Them Edomites is always prepping, man. I'm telling you, man. I'll be around them. They be prepping.
They gonna have all that good shit, all the grain, all the food you need, man.
Come there, they sick.
They stocked up.
Oh, they ready.
Boy. You better get your black ass.
I mean, a bunch of them around my way that be having them American flags waving proudly all at their house.
You guys sit right on the porch. Come here. Keep it moving, boy.
They may have them big stadium like.
Not only that,
Right
you
on
know how to
the
shoot. The wife know how to shoot. Children, 10-year-old kid know how to shoot. Dog is biting your ass. They not getting the dogs jinked like they got the guard, real guard dog.
Yeah.
Works at dog games and shit.
Rangers, the Edomites be having, and I saw it. He had his daughter and his son there. They had to be about like 10, 11 years old. They
Started
both
at 8.
hitting shit from 100 yards away, man. You know what I mean? At that young age, man. So, father tells son, hey, don't get the shotgun. You know what I'm saying? You gonna throw your stupid ass away, man. Trying to
It's
get
a
that ass.
nigger out there, Dad.
Esau set traps too. That nigga set bear traps, fox traps, right for you.
Stunning huntsman.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. The point is at 19.
He may set pits too. You think you're running, you fall into a pit and a net, and now you the food.
Right.
He gonna eat you.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
And why is that? Because of martial law. You know, things are blocked off. You're not able to enter into this city because they got it blocked off. And then you're going to turn around. You see, if you are out here trying to survive and you see it from a distance that there's military and there's a blockage, you're going to turn around. Unless you're that desperate, you know, because they might put you on a paddy wagon. I tell you this, heads up. You see a stop and you see buses on the side, you better get the fuck out of there. You gonna say, what's your name? Oh yeah? Oh, get on the bus. I ain't get on no bus, I got a family, I got my wife and kids, get on the bus. But they got the buses there for a reason, man. Better talk all ass. You gotta look out for that shit, man. You start seeing these white buses riding through here. You know, it might change the color now. That was a few years ago when whistleblowers was talking about things like that. They said, they said this is a heads up that on Friday, if all the banks closed and the ATMs, you can't get no money out, When the base closed, they said you got 48 hours till martial law. That was years ago. They spoke about certain things happening before martial law. So you got to keep game, man.
It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
Go ahead.
It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And yeah, that's going to happen, man. People going to be robbed and everything. Scriptures even say that in thy security, thou shalt not be, you won't be safe, man. So let's believe that they're going to go inside your house, everything like that. Ravagers, man.
They're going to say, we got contractors, man. This is why we got to be, going to be in the spirit of the Lord the whole time, man. Because we want our faith to be increased. And the Lord is going to increase your faith if you hold it fast to the word of the Lord. He's going to increase your faith. Things you're going to be put in situations where it's just going to take faith to get out of. And that's, you got to understand that because the Lord is showing his power that way. He's going to show his power through you. And when you're out, it looks like you tapped out. There's nothing you can do. You got to rely on the Lord, man. When the Lord comes through for you, you're going to be so joyous and so happy. Your faith is going to go out of this world even more. Knowing that the Lord delivered you. You got to believe, man.
Psalm 91 and 2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge, my fortress, my God, in him will I trust.
Right, him will I trust. You got to expect, put in your mind that you're going to be in a situation that you can't do nothing about. There's nothing you can do. You in that situation and your mind is right, the Lord will, calm your mind. Because at first, we're in the flesh. Sudden stuff happens to you, you get all frantic real quick, you start thinking about shit. But then when the Lord, the angels in your head, the Lord whisper in your mind and let you look, scriptures, all of a sudden you calm down, and the Lord gonna be with you. Now you hope. The hope is high in the Lord. The Lord gonna deliver you, man.
That's why in Proverbs 3:25 it says, bring it out.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 25, be not afraid of sudden fears, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh, for the Lord shall be thy confidence, shall keep thy foot from being taken.
Exactly. Back to the point, because like you said initially, at the end of the day, we still men, so you still want to have some type of fear in you, but you got to allow the Most High Spirit to work through you so you can calm down and know what the fuck to do, man. Because Satan want to try to play off of that quick instant fear that you got and make you make an irrational decision. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we in the process of building up your faith. That's why it's important to get the word down yesterday and not just be, waiting upon the end to say that you believe. The Lord is exercising our faith now to be on a higher level, man, in that day. That's when, being on that high level of faith, you're going to exercise things that you never thought you could do. You're going to be praising Yahawah, Yahawashi. I'm telling you, the power is through the faith for the Lord, man. And it's really, it's like I can't, just my understanding is that it's just something inside of you that's it's going to be activated.
Yeah. It's like, whenever Jake's back is pressed up against the wall, you just turn into a different person. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's basically what the Most High is going to do. Our back is going to be up against the wall. We're going to turn into a different type of person. Here's the point. I always got to mention Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Gohan. When somebody fuck with his family or kill his family or something, that's when you turn into a different person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how it got to be.
And even if it ain't, because, some cases, like a lot of times we think, you got to be at the edge. Or like the brother just said, like I'm thinking about like somebody coming and trying to break in your crib. You don't know what to do. It could be the case where you ain't got no food. And you ain't really got no trouble around you, threatening your life. But you sit here going, ain't no food. You really go and meditate, put a prayer, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, there's food right there, you be like, what you doing? And then it's like, with all these different situations, the Lord's going to activate that power. I'll say this because recently the Lord just answered one of my prayers. And it was a faith boost. I prayed real hard about it. The Lord knows and He answered it, twice. So, I tell you off camera, but He answered it twice, man. And I was like, man, I said, the Lord is with us. The Lord is here. Like I know that, but then you know we in the flesh. You wanna feel the Lord's presence every day. You wanna feel that hype, you know, that boost in you. That's the way we want to be toward the end. You don't want to be somebody that, you know, what if, or being a part of a group that you never studied yourself. You don't really know. When you ain't a part of everybody else, you on your own. You know, you on your own, man. So you gotta really be tapped in to believe, man. That's why it's good to give this thing all you got. Learn as much as you can learn, but be patient about it. You know, pray, do some fasting and things like that. Go about your day. Live your life, man. But put the Lord first. You know, that's all. It's really simple, man. It's simple. It's just where your head is at, where your mind is at. Like how you know, Flock, if I'm wrong, man. But like on a basketball game, say you got a team, you coach, kids and shit. Dude sitting on the bench, he'll be looking at a girl. You come over there and see it. What the fuck? Get your head in the game. Oh, my bad. Get your head in the game, man. You know, his head not in the game because he's looking at his girl at the bleachers and shit, like doing stupid shit, but you catch him. Like, get your fucking head in the game, man. About to lose.
I'm going to rim. I'm going to rim when I'm going to rim. His mom was dating toy cop nigga, security guard nigga and shit. And then pretty much his head wasn't in the game and he got frustrated. He was doing bullshit and he stormed off. He went downstairs, they tried to run at him and he wanted to fight the security guard. He couldn't focus on the game. And he had Georgetown scouts there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he fucked up, you know what I mean, in front of the Georgetown scouts, you know what I'm saying?
So in this truth, you gotta have your head in the game, man. Get your priorities together. Sometimes you got bad habits, the flesh be wanting you to do other shit. You gotta fight, man, and try to get good habits. Like, look, I'm gonna watch some possible video. My whole page will be nothing just with brothers. Because you ever notice when your YouTube channel, you start subscribing to something, else, they put all this other shit with 4 brothers videos. I'm like, I'm trying to watch a video. Yeah, but then you might catch something. Damn, let me check that out. Let me check that out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But I'm supposed to be doing a lesson. Like, I'm trying to think of it. You know what I mean?
Right. You gotta have them different channels, like you said, one specifically for brothers, and that's it.
Yeah.
One to watch a little folly or whatever you're going to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're going to watch the Father. We're not robots, man. We're just men, servants of the Lord, man. Looking to endure to the end. You know, that's what God knows.
And then too, like you said, like every day we just able to come out and do the work, that's a blessing. And like people don't realize how precious life is. And like I said something like I had a fucking it was a gas leak downstairs in my basement for months. The whole house could have fucking blew up. You know what I'm saying? And the landlord smelled it, but she said, "Oh yeah, I just thought it was because it's summertime." Like, bitch, what the fuck you told me? You know what I mean? You should have been said something. And then she tried to look at me like, "Well, why you didn't smell it?" I always keep my kitchen windows open because I like fire, gas, and shit on the safe side. You know what I mean? I should be lighting candles and that shit could have blew up. But what the Lord kept me protected from all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That shit alone boosted my faith. Just knowing that the Lord protected me when I didn't even know He was. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy that happened to you. Like I said, I'll tell you.
Psalms chapter 46, verse 1. To the chief musician for the sons of Korah, a song upon Alamah. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
Very present help in trouble. Lord gonna come through, man. Always do, man. Lord exists. We don't doubt. And that's another thing, brother's lesson. Because I did a response to the brother had a dream. He had a vision, like that another brother in his camp. He ended up putting the names out there, of course. He was saying that him and one of the other brothers was it was 3 of them. And they had came across a police officer, and the cop was like, where your prerogative? I need a scan. I guess the machine started malfunctioning. So, but before that, he said one of the other brothers was scared. He said him and the other brother was looking at him like, what's wrong? He said when he put his hand out there, it was a sword. You see the video? He said he took it and shit. And then he said the brothers was like, nah, brother, you gotta go your way. We can't deal with you. He was like, he said they was trying to walk away. Like they hit the corner or something like that. The dude couldn't find him. He was like, yo, brother, where y'all at? Like, we couldn't see him no more. He was with the Lord. Damn. What I got out of that as well was that not to doubt. Doubt kills your faith, man. You gotta be on a level where it ain't no doubt. You know. If you know, you don't doubt. You know how you know when you read something, you know this is the truth. And somebody come against you and say something else or try to sow doubt, you're looking at them like, did you stupid ass the fuck out of me? That shit don't work on me. Because I already know. I'm not some little, I mean, that I don't know. I'm not ignorant. I know. So it's the same thing with the faith, man. You don't want to doubt. I'll say this for myself first, because we still in the flesh. If you don't doubt, doubt weakens your faith. Doubt and faith don't go hand in hand, man. You either have faith or you don't. You know?
That would show that you're double-minded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the Most High wants you to be straightforward about everything.
Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of times we catch hell going through this journey, the Lord increases that faith to yo, I'm with you. Well, we did this. And when he did that, we forgot. You know?
That's why it'd be good to refresh in your memory of certain things that you went through and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, word up. Because, you know, a lot of people use the past, but they stay stuck in the past. You use the past to help you move forward in the future. You know what I mean? That's how you got to look at it. Right?
It's like, I would say about a week ago, I was talking about Salutations. About a week ago, on my car, my exhaust fed. Man, like, the shit just collapsed. Like, yeah. Well, like, I was close to my job. Yeah. So, like, I'm like, what the fuck's that sound? So I didn't know if the shit was going to spark, you know what I'm saying, hit my gas tank or whatever the case may be. But I was just thanking the Lord that it had me close to my job, because I was able to get some zip ties, tie it up, until I was able to get back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? But if that would have happened, like, on the highway, or let's say, like, 15 minutes to travel before to get to my job, like, that would have been a hell ride. You know what I'm saying? I would have ended up having this whole tow, all kind of those shit. That just goes to show the Lord be with you even in your tribulation.
Got the etymology for the word respect. It says, I'll go straight to the point. It says, Latin respectus, regard at looking at, literally act of looking back, or often at one. It says past participle of respecere, look back at. You know, greetings back and expect means look, respect. They have respect to the Lord's ways. That's what he did before. And that's why the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth. Like you said, let's say you read the scripture, you got this understanding now. You might not necessarily be able to, rehearse it word for word, but you know it's there. And now when somebody tries to say, no, it's not there, like, no, fuck about reading.
Blessed be that reader, because now you're looking back. Remember the ways of old. That you want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elder bishops here at GreatMillStone, who do well. Salutations to the Lord's elect, Shalom.